Guys ready?
Yep.
42.
All right, I'm hitting go live.
Be right back.
Are you kidding? You're kidding, right? Dude, I said. That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable.
Oh my God, Carve.
That's nuts.
Oh my God, Carve. Pre-show. Here we go. Literally.
How many
literally,
times did I say it?
Like at least 4. You're like, all right, everybody, go use the bathroom. Let's use the bathroom if we're ready.
I literally said, all right, I'm
Alright,
hitting
everyone.
go live. He said, okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah. After you asked him like 4 times. That's
coming, y'all.
Carver. That's Carver, man.
This is it, man.
All right, everyone, we are coming. But we had preliminary show bathroom opportunities, which Carver did not need, and then suddenly when the show came on, it's time to go potty. So we have to wait on Carver to get back downstairs.
All right, here he
from the toilet.
comes. God damn
Luckily, he trained the old sewer snake quick.
You
and
son of a
he's-
bitch.
He is back.
All right.
All right, folks. So now that we have the critical Carver here, he can press the
All right,
magic
go ahead and
button.
hit it.
The end of the world.
Oh, fuck, I forgot to fix that.
You always do.
Yes.
It sounds like our show is glitching.
It is.
I guess it
It's
technically
awesome.
is.
The beginning of a brand new, solid Juggalo world for us all to enjoy.
What's up? Welcome. Here we are. It's here.
What's
it's time.
up?
It's time for Deck One Dealt.
Yum, yum.
I know you've all been waiting with your penises out.
Yep, exactly.
Our yummy penises.
My name is Kyle, aka Keezy. These are my friends.
Hey, what's up, man? I am Just Chris or Just Chris. Options are endless.
Carver Law, y'all. How you doing?
All right, we are here. We live. We are so excited. Sorry we're late. I mean, we advertise and then we don't deliver.
Never deliver.
Oh, we eventually deliver.
We do.
Kind of like ICP.
It's just late. Exactly. We're following the footsteps of our idols.
Exactly.
We're giving you what we promised, but it's on our schedule.
That's correct.
I mean,
So-
they primed, the stage for us to be late and, always.
who did?
They're great role.
ICP.
Oh yeah.
They're great role models. As any Juggalo knows, if you want to know tips on how to live your life successfully, you listen to a wicked clown.
That is. Everyone knows that.
Exactly.
Welcome everyone to the show. I want to shout out everybody in the chat real quick. DJ Slug, how are you? DC Fago guy, my man, and his wife Megs. Thanks for hanging.
The fam.
And we
up,
got
fam?
Derek Bruno, always jugging with us.
Yes, sir.
Grim the kid, wish he got to meet us at the gathering. Sorry, homeboy. I wish we would have met you too.
Right, absolutely.
And then the homeboy Max Rebo.
There's
Thanks for
there's
joining.
things in the talks. Obviously, I'm not going to sprinkle any of that right now. We got a long time, but there's things in the talks. So hopefully, we'll have a better chance of meeting people next year at the gathering, because in the talks we're kind of coming to the conclusion it might be better to do stuff ourselves instead of relying on other people.
We're gonna do
But
something
yeah,
cool.
we'll give more details on that as it goes. But let's just say, we should have a better chance to meet everybody next year.
That's what's up.
Yeah, we're there. I mean, we're around. I guess you could say we're under the radar for the most part, but we're there. I mean,
You could always look.
The one chance that he really had to meet us would have been the podcast end, and we were literally in there for 20 minutes.
Yeah, that kinda sucked.
And they were like, "All right, fuck this." So
Yeah.
if next year, hopefully,
We'll tell you where we're at. But look, if
we'll
you
have a more solid place to meet.
Look, I have I'm tied to every one of the Deck One Dealt social medias right here. You message me, I'm getting it. So
Yeah.
if you ever want to reach out and talk
Same
to
here.
me, reach out, see where we're at, hit us up, and we can.
and
do
then
that.
Pest asked in the comments, just to touch on it real quick. Where's the full rap battle at? Any one of our socials, we have all the battles uploaded.
on YouTube, we have the full final round, which is Chris defeating Marley
Yeah.
twice. And then on YouTube, also, we have on the YouTube Shorts, I posted a couple clips of Chris's winning battles. I'm gonna post.
You only did a total of like 3, didn't you?
Well, technically
four.
4 with
4 if you include
Yeah.
the 2 with
Yeah.
Marley.
Okay.
So
but he
there's
only
not-
battled 3 people. Yes,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was only 3 people had to battle. So yeah.
So I plan on making a cut of all 3 of the full, each of Chris and his opponent's full battles,
Yeah.
so everybody can see that, and that's on its way. I was working on that.
Yeah, it just takes a little bit of time for editing and getting
Yeah,
out.
absolutely.
Because there's, periods of pause in between shit like that. We don't want people to have to sit and wait through.
We have actually we recorded every single battle.
Damn near, yeah. I mean,
so even the ones with Chris not in it, we
Do-
recorded every battle. If you guys want to see the entire battle in its entirety, it'll take a little bit, but we can even put that up.
Here, I'll ask everybody. Do you want all the battles? Because like we do have quite a few clips, but I don't know if anybody cares about seeing all the other jobbers rapping. They only want to see our fucking best homeboy in the world, Chris.
Yeah.
Destroy the few people he destroyed.
Yeah.
And I say destroy with love because Marley, Les Legs, Mr. E, formidable opponents. Especially Les Legs. I did a little more research on him over the past week. I watched it. He's like Juggalo famous. He's been on all kinds of little Juggalo videos and shit. He's a cool down ass motherfucker, and he can rap his ass off. On the one video I was watching, it was like a little documentary like about him, like for 20 minutes, and it had him just like flowing, freestyling, or even like cypher verses or whatever. But I mean, that dude can rap his ass off.
He's good, and I do believe that on his best day and maybe Chris's mediocre day, he probably could have beat Chris.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know, but it just no one expected it. He didn't expect it, so it just didn't happen that way.
Also, and more secrets of the trade. I also made sure to get in his head because right when he started rapping, I just pointed at my shoes, and that's why if you hear him rap, he's like, "Man, fuck them shoes, dog. Fuck them shoes."
I was laughing.
But the reason for doing that is like one, I wanted.
You were making fun of him for having no legs.
For no legs, yeah.
That was my legs.
That was like a slick. Well, and then also the fact that I knew that if he was going to diss on anything, it was going to be my shoes.
Yeah.
So it was like I'll point, and then it's almost like I'm leading you. So
Yes.
it's like. Because before the battle, this is something y'all couldn't see, but I was like,
you gotta stop giving these secrets out.
no, I was before the battle. I was face to face with him, and y'all didn't get to see this shit. But on stage, I was looking at his face. He looked me over, and his eyes stayed glued to my shoes for a minute. So I knew, he's thinking a line on my shoes. So when I pointed at my shoes, and he had to go, "Fuck them shoes, dog." Man, I said, "Fuck them shoes." That got rid of his entry line. So then you saw him kind of struggling to find one, and that got him. Yeah.
Me and my brother were laughing. We were talking about it the other night, and we were like, when he said when he was battling Marley. And said, you're the only one with shoes worse than mine.
Yeah.
She obviously had way better shoes than you.
Yeah, of course. My shoes were fucking beat, bro. I mean, them motherfuckers. I mean, I'm wearing them now. Like they're my beat shoes, bro. Like,
But it was just
I've got
funny
good
that
shoes and I've got beat shoes. I have two pairs of shoes, and if I'm either have really nice shoes that I wear when I'm going out or whatever, and then I have beat shoes and I wear them everywhere else.
But what
And
we were saying is it doesn't matter. You can literally say anything. It's your delivery and
Your charisma.
your energy and charisma that wins. You can literally say anything.
Like as soon as you say, like you're standing up there watching, and as soon as you start rapping, like you can see a switch flip in your mind. You're like, "Hey, yo," and then like you just start like going into the mode. Like it's obvious.
Yeah, more next year for sure. And that's like I said, we're gonna have fun next year. McNasty said he's gonna be there.
Compilation
But I don't wanna
video
touch
coming
too much-
soon.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't want to talk too much on that. Let's talk about fucking Yum Yum era. Even though that was an epic era or moment for us personally, not for everyone else. We want to talk about Yum Yum as the era for juggalos and all the crazy shit that's went down in this era and all that, which y'all are more experts on because we were kind of talking about this before the show. It's like a weird coincidence. I became a juggalo in the first deck during the 5th Joker's card, and then I came back to being a juggalo on the second deck during the 5th Joker's card. So 5 in the juggalo world has to be my lucky number. But because I came in kind of at the end of the Yum Yum era, I don't really know all the events that were happening behind the scenes. That's where y'all are kind of going to be coaching me today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
I can definitely touch on the music, but y'all are going to be more on the culture, because I know some shits went down. Like I don't know if any, like as far as Jay's relationship status, like what started during Yum Yum and ended. Like I'm kind of in the dark on all that.
Yeah,
shit.
well, excuse me. We'll get into all that. Yeah. I think that I mean, if you watch, we started our podcast right when Fred Fury started, and then when Yum Yum came out, we actually listened to it live on the show. You can see our live reactions.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you go back and watch our Yum Yum first listen video, you can see me and Carver's live reactions to it. And
if I wanted to do that, I could go to YouTube, go to the search box, and type in Deck 1 Dealt Yum Yum and watch that review, correct?
Absolutely.
And then, obviously, while I was there, I would make sure to like, subscribe, and share the video.
You got it.
Awesome.
We did actually 3 episodes on Yum Yum. 3 full weeks we dedicated Yum. We listened to it the first week.
Right.
The next week we just like reflected on it since we were all still kind of shining from it.
Yeah.
Then the third week we actually kind of like telling our like now it's been 2 weeks. Let's talk about like more where this will stand in the Juggalo like era time.
I will definitely peep that out.
You know, so check those videos out if you want to see our thoughts on that. We never did an episode on Wicked Vic. I don't think we totally skipped doing an episode on that. I think because it came out at a weird time. I think we brushed over it during another album review. But what was it though? Like we didn't really care about the seed Wicked Vic at that time.
I don't know. You know, I don't know.
That is a weird. It's a weird
It's a blur.
It's weird thinking that now because we actually looked forward to Pug. We looked forward to but Wicked Vic, we were just kind of like, oh yeah, Wicked Vic fucking came out last week, and then we like didn't barely talked about it.
Yeah, and I mean, I kind of liked Wicked Vic, man. I think the feel of the album was dope as fuck. Almost every song has like a real carnival sounding beat to it. You know, you have those carnival tunes in the background. It almost sounds like they got all their samples from Roller Coaster Tycoon. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It all has that kind of real carnival feel, which is why I always took Wicked Vic as being. We'll talk about like my interpretation of the 3 seeds.
So let's talk about let's do a general. We didn't really discuss how we were going to do this, but let's do a general discussion about each album real quick.
Yeah.
And then let's do our tier list.
Okay.
So we've put together a tier list of every song from the Yum Yum era, the album Yum Yum Bedlam and its seeds. And we're going to be doing a live tier list here in a minute, but let's just quickly talk about the albums as a whole. Now we obviously excuse me. Yum Yum's Lure, we're not even discussing as being part of the Yum Yum era, which is very weird, right?
Yeah, I guess some people might think, you know, that is part of the era. I never saw it as part of the era because to me it starts with the Joker card.
Yeah.
Right. No,
I
I can agree that.
You know?
In between the Joker's cards.
Yeah.
This is almost like an intro to the Joker's card.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what Yum Yum's Lure was, from what I understand, Yum Yum was supposed to come out that Christmas. Yum Yum's Lure ended up coming out like February, maybe Juggalo Day or something like that. And
so I think they slapped something together to get it out, to get something to, you know.
Like this was some of these songs were going to be on Yum Yum Bedlam.
And you know
right?
what? Yeah, and you know what's funny about this album? You know how on the EPs and the old, in the first deck, like Tunnel of Love, Terror Will, they did a silhouette of the Joker's card on the corner.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
They kind of did that just with the whole album on
That's
this.
interesting, yeah.
So it's kind of like that in-between era. We're just going to slap a silhouette of the next era coming up.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good
They just did a whole album of it.
Church,
you know? So
no, that makes sense. Since it's the lure, you know, it kind of makes sense to make it front and center, shiny, you know, eye-catching.
I never
Wasn't this album first released on Patreon? Did I hear that right?
I believe they did. They did do some sort of like they sold a Patreon package, and you did get this album first in that, I believe.
Okay, so
this
it's
album's
not
actually
like
kind of hard to.
exclusive to Patreon at first or anything.
I don't think so. I think they sold it on the website too, but it is kind of hard to come by right now. Like you can't buy it.
Gotcha.
Now, one thing I thought was interesting. I never looked at the booklet for Yum Yum's Lure, but they do have an ad for clown heads.
Yeah.
And it says first clown head coming January 2021.
Yeah.
God, that was so crazy. That clown head idea I knew wasn't going to work, man.
So look, for Chris, you're not initiated.
Exactly.
This
Right,
this ICP did a Patreon thing during COVID. Okay?
I remember that. I do remember. I watched some of those shows.
So
here and there.
they debuted Yum Yum during Hallowicked.
Okay.
They showed Yum Yum during one of those shows.
Right.
That was the first time we'd ever seen her.
Okay.
We had Yum Yum's Lure, I think, maybe before that.
So you had the outline of Yum Yum, but you hadn't seen the card. Kind of how they did this.
They showed the outline during that.
Yeah, the lure came out
okay.
after.
You're right.
Gotcha.
You're right.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm mistaken. But then so anyone who bought it got Yum Yum's Lure, I think, with it.
Church.
But it was supposed to come out that Christmas. It didn't come out till obviously the following Halloween. Where was I going with this? What was I initially talking about?
The Yum Yum's Lure, and I have ADHD. I am not the guy to answer this.
I know.
question.
I was going somewhere with that, and I don't remember. I'm sorry.
I can tell you tidbits from the last 8 lines that we said.
I don't have ADHD. I just purposely try not to pay attention to you.
I know. Well, what do you think? That everything being said, Yum Yum's Lure, I didn't want to
Jack
spend
can
too much
help
time
out.
talking about it because we don't consider it part of the era because it was.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the prelude.
Yeah, it's just like
Literally.
It's a reminder that it's coming out. I think to me, the era always starts with the Joker's card.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was telling you about the clown heads on Yum Yum's lure.
Oh, yeah.
So he talked about the clown heads during one of the Patreons.
Okay.
He was like, we're gonna have these, like, what was it, 12 paintings or however many it was, 12 paintings, and all the paintings are gonna have our blood in them.
Yeah, they say we're going to put blood,
bro.
and don't they say that they're going to go to the picker forest and put dirt in there?
Actually,
I
I
did
did
remember
remember that. I do remember that because that was during the cringe era.
Yeah.
Because
They
that
lit-
was also when like Ouija Mac made like little baby Ouijas. Like from his cover, like he had like 3D printed baby Ouijas, and he
No, I
would
don't
paint.
remember that.
Yeah. I can remember watching that because that was when Ouija was kind of new. Ouija Mac made little, like maybe someone in the chat can back this up.
I remember
He made,
that.
Yeah,
I remember
little
that.
tiny
Yeah.
baby Ouijas. They were exactly like in his what is it, the Gutter Water or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the Gutter Water, yeah.
album. Yeah,
That's
with the little weenie. Yeah, he had those, and then he would do unique designs on each one, and then
I do remember those. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he
What
would like
about
auction
that?
them off.
What about that?
I don't remember,
You know what the clown head
but
shit?
it happened.
The clown head shit really reminded me of this. Even
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
And he was
Same
gonna sell
era.
He was gonna sell the clown.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it was. It was the same
Yeah,
era. God, I gotta stop smoking so much weed before this.
All right,
but
the clown heads.
Yeah. it
So
was
the
same-
clown head shit. I'm gonna say this: the clown head shit really reminded me of like pagan. Let's get blood and dirt and like send it and like get our.
What do you think made Jay interested in that?
I don't
Dude,
fucking know.
It was during the era, like I said, like I can remember that weird era because this was when I wasn't calling myself a juggalo.
Maybe
I
him
was
first
watching from
getting it in
afar.
with Ouija Mac.
Dude,
And that was
that's
when
like-
I was really like, what the fuck?
That's
is going on in the
ritualistic
juggalo
shit to
world?
send fucking dirt and blood out.
Maybe
to
that's
people.
maybe that's why
Yeah.
they never did it.
Yeah, because they fucking probably finally realized it was retarded.
Yeah. That was when I remember seeing like Jay, like
I dropped the R word. I need an
really,
R word bomb.
It's but like I remember seeing clips of Jay back in that time and thinking to myself, like, bro, he's fucked up on something. Like
Really?
pills.
Why?
Yeah, just because like he'd be like real kind of slurry, like real slow and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
And a
yeah.
lot of the Patreons, he's just like look real like kind of beat down. Like you could tell he's fucked up. If you've been around anyone like fucked up on drugs, you could tell in that era he had clips in the Patreon where he was fucked up for sure.
I see.
And like I had heard like a lot of rumors and shit. That was just like a weird era for me, like watching from afar. You know what I mean?
I got you.
I mean, Wes says they stole the blood thing from Kiss. You can say that, but the blood thing could be from anything. That's ancient shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like get like blood ritual shit, like spreading blood around through getting it out there. That's like it really does date back to ritual shit.
Wait. So when my mom smeared her period blood all over the wall, that was a ritual?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I
That's
thought
why
that's
you
what
have
everyone's
ADD.
moms did. I thought that's. See, kids, if you have ADHD, it's because your mom smeared period wall all over the bathroom. That's what it is. We figured it out, doctors. Oh God, that's horrifying to think of your mom
Yeah, that is a disturbing.
To think of your mom doing what?
smearing her period blood all over the wall.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty gross.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
So welcome to Deck One Dealt. Today we're
This is what our show reduces to if you let us talk for a while.
exactly. We gotta focus. All right, focus on the.
So that's it for Yum Yum's lure. All right. So then we had the actual album Yum Yum Bedlam,
Exactly.
the beautiful Yum Yum flower.
Yeah, which was a really good Joker's card.
Now
overall.
can I ask something?
Please.
Shaggy did not draw that. Not even the simple version.
See, that's
You don't think so?
I don't know.
No, Tom Wood did it. It says art by Tom Wood.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Tom
I
Wood
think
drew
Tom,
that.
I think Tom Wood even did the simple version.
Man, that's interesting.
No shit.
I hope.
Yeah.
I'm curious about that.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
he
See,
already-
I
he-
thought even to this day, I thought Shaggy did the art for all the Joker's.
I
cards.
refuse to believe that. I
He
think
did-
Shaggy drew it.
I don't know, man. Someone let's
Does it
figure
say
that out.
that on the inside of the book?
Well, like Tom Wood obviously did all the rest of the art. I mean, look at all this. Like,
Oh,
other
yeah, for
shit.
sure,
He
like-
did everything else on here.
Yeah, for sure. I can guarantee that. But like, you can tell his style. Like, I don't know. That still looks like Shaggy's style. It's like that
does,
simplistic. Like,
but Tom Wood is good enough to emulate Shaggy's
Do you think
style.
Shaggy
I
drew the
agree.
seeds?
Tom Wood is a fucking monster. But
I don't know, man. I'm wondering if Tom Wood designed all of it.
damn, maybe, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna rule it out. But at the same time, like, I don't know if anybody in chat knows that Mike can fill us in. who did the art on these for sure. Like, no speculations. If you know for sure, let us know in the chat, because seriously, like, I would think Shaggy's still doing the Joker's cards at least. Like, they still all have that look, you know, kind of.
Yeah.
Now, granted, this is a more complicated Joker's card, like look-wise than all the others.
Shaggy just did like a rough draft, maybe, and then Tom Wood kind of made it better.
I mean, I
Yeah,
guess
that could
yeah,
work
you
too.
could be right. It says design and art layout by Tom Wood, so that can mean just the
Yeah.
layout and design of everything else. But
I'm going to go with Shaggy Drew.
I would
Yeah,
hope.
Echo
I would
Side
hope he
Fiend
does.
said, I thought Shaggy drew it, but Tom Wood helped.
Yeah,
That,
develop it,
that one
yeah.
might make sense. That he drew a simple, and then Tom Wood kind of cleaned it up and made it, vectorized it and all that shit. Kind of did all the extra work to it.
I would hope so, because I mean that's been one of the things about ICPs that Shaggy's always done. They've always done their own design art, Joker's cards.
Well, Yum Yum looks really cool. We can agree with that, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. I think the Yum Yum jerseys are fucking sharp as fuck.
Yeah. Well, so you, coming into the Juggalo world now, like, what's your opinion on Yum Yum? The whole, like, it being a girl, like, all that.
I love. Okay, real talk. Yum Yum is one of the only 2 Joker's cards in the new deck that I think look like what I would envision as a deck 1 Juggalo as Joker's cards.
Oh, okay.
Furious Fred and her both have a look of a Joker's card. Like, you
Yeah.
could have told me they're entities in the Dark Carnival. I'd have totally bought into it as Derek Lotus. You know,
yeah.
I'd have been like, oh, they are. They're entities in the Dark Carnival too. Da-da-da. But Bang Pow Boom. Even though amazing albums, Missing Link, amazing albums, I still I don't like the look of those Joker's cards nearly as much.
Sure,
Like, I
sure.
just
I
don't. I don't think
do like
they
Bang
look-
Pow Boom, but it looks more like a side. It looks like a really clean side image that for something else.
Yeah, it's really dope, but I just don't
Yeah.
think it looks like a Joker's card.
Yeah.
I agree
Now,
with
granted,
that.
I've accepted it and pocketed it. These are Joker's cards. You know what I mean?
Because
But,
all the Joker's cards, they're more than just a face.
Yeah.
They're a face. They may not all have a body, but they all have like extra something.
Yeah,
right.
agreed, exactly.
But you can reduce them all to a face.
Yeah.
But Bang Pow Boom is just a face.
yeah, exactly. You know, with
Hey,
Ringmaster,
Even Mighty Death Pop
Ringmaster-
even Mighty Death Pop throws up the Wicked Clowns. He has that.
Yeah. Ringmaster is
Yep.
forks up, forks down.
What were you gonna say,
Riddle-
Carver?
Ninja, we have a hot take. We may have a troll. We may have a liar here in the chat. Ninja King says Tom did Yum Yum and Shaggy drew the seeds.
That sounds like purely speculation.
Purely speculation.
You should throw
I
him
have
in
to
at
say.
speculations on that one.
Yeah.
It's purely speculation.
Because while I am not saying that you are wrong, we have no proof of that. So as of right now, we have to call it.
But I'm definitely a Juggalo.
It's in
I can't find it.
It's in ghetto shit. It's in ghetto shit E40.
I can't fucking.
It's in ghetto shit E40.
Fuck.
All right, sorry. The soundboard was not helping us right now. There we go. Speculations. All right.
Yum Yum is Japanese. Yeah, I think so. She
Yum
looks
Yum
like
is
a
Japanese.
geisha.
Yeah.
It isn't interesting that they went with they almost gave like extra weird lore.
You know what
too.
she reminds me of? Those masks in Super Mario 2. The ones that
Yeah.
chase you around.
Oh.
You'd take the key
Yeah.
and they chase you around. She looks just like that, only like a plant version.
Yeah,
Weird.
no, I mean that's it. Yeah.
Yum Yum looks really cool. We
Yeah.
like Yum Yum.
I love Yum Yum. Like I said, her
The album
jerseys
itself-
are legit some of the dopest jerseys.
The music itself, though, I think we all agree we enjoy that album.
For the most part, yeah. There's actually
We'll touch on the songs when we do the tier list.
Yeah, we were touching on the songs, but one of the songs that actually comes with this, and most of people will probably get it right off bat just thinking about it, but one of the songs is honestly goated material. You know what I mean?
yeah, well, absolutely.
Is there before we get to the songs themselves? This may be speculation. I'd have to go back and watch, but wasn't there? Didn't you say you would fap to Yum Yum if she had tits?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, 100% like Yum Yum, I would fuck her mouth. Like, she could lure me in. Like, she has the
Gave that bitch a pink sock.
that's
Yum
no,
Yum?
not really. Not really.
Yum
I
Yum's
love my dick.
sexy. Come on.
No, I mean they did a good job designing her. Like I don't want to objectify her. You know what I mean? she's a Joker's card, guys. Let's
I
not
objectify everyone.
her.
I objectify you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I like someone thinking I'm handsome.
I think Easy said she would definitely he would fap to her. But
Yeah.
that's cool. Isn't there so in the booklet of Yum Yum before we go before we go to the songs, isn't there a diss in there? Isn't there a clapback or some sort of
Is there a diss
slight?
in Yum
There's
Yum?
a whole little paragraph where they diss Twisted.
I don't
Really?
know.
No shit.
Yeah, I got the ad book here. I don't know where the other book went.
It's in there.
No, it's
shit.
right here.
Okay,
Here it
I
is,
did
here it
not
is.
see. I listened to all of the albums digitally, so I'm missing that. See, folks, see, kids, that is why you buy the albums, because you're missing out on dope little liner shit. I just listened to it streaming like a schmuck.
The book on Yum Yum
He said-
is fantastic. All the lyrics are in there.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
So I
'Cause-
think it's the last paragraph, and to the long list of people who betrayed us, y'all can suck a fat shitty dick till nuts pop. You slithering ass serpents, fuck off and die already. Y'all are doing nothing but pollute the earth. We loved y'all. We give you a career. We cared for y'all, and y'all tried to slit our fucking throats in return. But all y'all obviously did was slit your own guzzling nut throats. You backstabbing bitches. Enjoy the flames. You've earned them.
Yep.
woof.
Yep.
Woof.
That's the last
Jesus.
paragraph of the booklet.
Woof.
Yeah.
Golly. Yum yum. All right.
But there's no like verbal disses, I don't think, at all.
Yeah.
At least none that I interpreted.
The only ones I really remember was that Psychopathic Army.
Yeah, on
whatever.
Shaggy's solo.
Yeah,
Psychopathic
yeah.
Soldier. He has a
Psychopathic
verse.
Soldier,
Yes.
yeah.
He has a verse dissing Twisted for sure.
That shit was. I sound like a big Juff right there. The Psychopathic Army.
No, it's
you
all
know,
right.
it's just like that's my favorite track, other than the dating game.
Vince Vega says
also like
exactly
Screw the World.
exactly what we preach all the time. No one meshes with the clowns like Mikey Clark. We preach that almost every single show. That is our motto here,
Yeah.
Vincent Vega.
Yeah, absolutely.
We
man.
live by that creed.
dude. He's the shit. Yeah,
Mikey Clark is the third member of ICP. When he's not
100%.
there, it's weird.
Yeah. Whenever he is there, everything just clicks. They do their best work, whether they're goofing off or
Yep.
serious. It's the best work they do with Mikey Clark.
Mike P
So
Mike P is a good replacement when he's not
he's
there.
great.
Kuma's a great replacement when neither of them are there. But
Yeah.
other than that, like
I think
it's
that's-
always Mikey Clark.
I was
you
gonna
know?
say, I honestly think that's the order, the stacking order.
Yeah.
Mikey Clark up top, Mike P
Yep.
coming second, and Kuma third.
Yep.
However, lately Kuma's kind of blah 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 blah, like fighting for that number 2 spot, man. Because I'm
Oh, yeah.
liking his newer production more and more.
Kuma's great.
I think he's starting to kind of get the clowns and like really how to like mesh with them well.
I mean, speaking of Kuma making an amazing song for Yum Yum Bedlam, do you want to show the music video that we made?
I would love to.
So we made a music video showing our time of the gathering, and it's synced to the one of the most amazing songs ICP's ever done, which is "Here Comes the Carnival" from Yum Yum Bedlam.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, take a look.
Go to.
Wait, what a time there.
What a time. I hope everybody felt the magic from that.
Is it dusty in here?
I know, man. I miss it. It's
No, for real.
Yeah.
I do.
It's been a
miss it.
week post gathering. Watching
Yeah.
that, man, it just makes you feel so good inside. You did a fantastic job capturing our time at the gathering. I believe.
Thank
man,
you. Thank
honestly.
you. I wanted to, put that magic out there so everybody else could feel it.
It's going to get fresher and fresher every year now, though. You know what I mean? We just gotta now. We just have to up the ante. I think we are going to be able to do it next year, though. We've got some shit in the works, so next year we've got good plans to have a lot of fun and do some fresh shit with some of our homies, and then beyond that, like second rap battle. We're not bullshit. This motherfucker needs to get in the art battle. I don't know why we didn't push him to do that. So I say we're going to push him for the art battle. We got DC Fago Guy and Megs who are fucking and Gage who are fucking beasts at the tabletop.
Yeah.
So throw them on it.
Hell yeah.
You are just a fucking romanticizer. Fucking come on, man.
I'm not doing nothing.
Dude, you need to get on Mr. Juggalo pageant.
No, I can't do
100 Dude, did you see who the winner was
No,
this year?
what was it?
He's cool. Like I'm not knocking on him, but he was like a 40-year-old dude in like army camos.
What do you have to
And,
do
like,
to win Mr. Juggalo?
It's literally like just like winning. It's like crowd work. Type,
You have to show your
basically.
butthole?
No, if you want to, I guarantee that would help your chances a lot.
I'm not showing
but you don't have to show your butthole though, man. Like I think you could nail Mr. Juggalo, bro. I'm just saying, like it's just about like winning the crowd over your side. You know what I mean? Like with girls, with Miss Juggalette, you literally go up there and like whoever's the freakiest wins. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But Mr. Juggalo is not a bunch of dudes up on stage giving each other blowjobs and wiggling their dicks at the audience.
I thought that's what it was.
No, not at all. No, not at all. It's literally like more of like a questionnaire, like talent, like I don't know, like crowd.
I
work shit. Look
couldn't
it up
do
on
man.
YouTube.
I'm too scared to do stuff like that.
No way,
I couldn't
man.
do it.
No way. Well, then we
I'll
could
just-
just
don't
we
worry-
could just
don't
leave
look-
you at the booth.
Yeah, say don't worry about me doing any contests. I'm going to put together the dopest podcast booth that the Gathering's ever seen.
There.
All right.
Okay. Honestly, that's the shit. Yeah, and like that's kind of our plans. We're not going to touch on everything, but like just know everybody that loves the show, we love you. And next year we have already been talking with some of the close homies. We're just kind of going to do our own thing. We're going to make it fresh as fuck, and yeah, it's going to be the shit.
DC says being Mr. Juggalo would be a big flex for Face Tat.
Yeah, I was. Gonna say,
sure,
bro. Look, Face Tat. Look, I just want to bring this up, okay? Face Tat Mommy. I know I hated a lot on Face Tat Mommy, but she's a real one because all the love that he's shown her, she'll share on her page. She'll comment or like or something. Lardy B, what the fuck? I done posted like 4 fucking photos or
She's too
comments and
popular,
shit
bro.
on your shit. I'm invisible to you, Lardy.
She's too popular.
I rode for you, Lardy. I stayed up 4 hours past my bedtime to meet you, Lardy. Nothing.
Lardy, please email us deck1del@gmail.com.
If you don't, Lardy,
Everyone-
I'm gonna have to fan another larger female rapper. I'm sorry.
It takes her too long to turn around to see you, so it's you just gotta,
no fat jokes. You're not fat. You
sorry.
can't do that. That's
my
that's
bad.
bullying. That's bullying. You got to be fat to make fat jokes.
my bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, man. So Yum Yum, we love Yum Yum. They came out. So finally, we were waiting on the seeds, right?
Yeah.
So Yum Yum comes out. They introduced the first seed. Just a few months later. Yum Yum came out, and in the booklet, I think even it said Wicked Vic on Juggalo Day, which was February.
Yeah.
Pug on The Gathering, and then it said Whoa at Hollow Wicked. They
Oh, so all 3 in 1 year.
yes, that was the
Woof.
plan.
Yeah.
Woof.
So they did. They came through though. Wicked Vic on time.
Okay.
Pug Ugly. We didn't think. We heard nothing about it, and then it was amazingly like there at the Gathering
Oh, nice. Okay.
last year, and then we waited a whole fucking another year for Whoa, unfortunately. But
Whoa
Violent
was the
J,
big
Violent
gap.
J had a lot of personal shit going on. We understand, so
Yeah.
we finally got it. But speaking of the seeds,
What did he have really going on? Like what was?
well, his girlfriend died.
that was when. Oh, that shit
On
happened
Halloween.
during that. Oh, that fucking sucked. I
Yeah.
didn't know that was that recent.
on Halloween.
Oof, bro.
So that's
what the fuck.
That's rough.
Dude.
Yeah, dude.
Nevertheless,
Okay.
we did get Wicked Vic. We all agree that Wicked Vic's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love Wicked Vic. Might be my favorite.
It's pretty
Dude,
dope.
the thing with-
I kind of poo-pooed it first, but
Yeah.
I've come around to a lot of the songs on it.
Me being Mr. Derek Lotus, I obviously love the lore behind the cards a little more than I should. So I always dig a little deeper into the lore of the cards. I look at the, obviously Yum Yum is toxic. She just stands for toxic people in your life. And I think the seeds are different kinds of toxic people. Tell me though that Wicked Vic. I think Wicked Vic is like a Juffalo, basically. The reason I say that all the beats on the album are kind of like carnival themed, so they have like a real carnival-y sound. He looks like fucking Madrox in the most tasteless.
So you
era.
think that they actually were sticking to some kind of lore?
Yeah. I 100% until Woe. Once Woe came, it kind of that lore went out the window because. But I think Wicked Vic is almost like Juffalos. Pug Ugly is people like thugs and like people who on the surface are pieces of shit, but there's just something about them that like lures you, and so you want to hang around them, but they're fucking toxic. You know what I mean?
Just Chris, can I ask you a question? Did you see the theory on how those seeds came to be from the imagery of those seeds? I'm gonna let you finish your.
Sorry, I was reading that in ADHD.
There's a fan theory for where the seeds
there's a fan
came from.
theory where it's the evidence is like insane.
Okay, but what's your question? Sorry.
Did you ever see that where the imagery from the seeds came from?
Where the imagery? Oh, is it based? I had read that it was based on like 3 rappers, like Prozac or something.
I forget the name of the band, but
it was called Bedlam.
Bedlam. Yeah, the name of the band was Bedlam. Yum Yum Bedlam, and the seeds look exactly like one of their photos.
Oh,
it's
shit.
nuts, dude. It's nuts.
So maybe that's what they're like designed after. You're saying?
I wanted you to finish your theory on them because that doesn't mean your theory's wrong.
No.
This is the photo they always use.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, wait. Let me go back.
This is the band Bedlam.
Here, I'll show the viewers.
All right, so there's a hood.
You got one with a hood, you got one with crazy hair, and you got one with a skull. That's exactly what the seeds are.
Yeah, I can kind of see, but it's still a small stretch, but. Because that's just one photo. If that was their look all the time, for sure, but that's just one photo.
So look, Woe, Pug Ugly, and Vic. Oh no, Vic is here. Woe is the skeleton because he's like death.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
But okay, right. But look at literally any other photo of Bedlam, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So that's circumstantial evidence.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's kind of like
all
people
it takes is
going,
one video of Jay going,
like
man.
people saying, "Hey, Socrates used to predict the future." Yeah. In hindsight, you can say that, but at that time, no one knew what the fuck that meant because it meant nothing. Yeah. So like,
it's bullshit. I think it's bullshit. I'm just saying. I'm glad you brought it up because that is a popular theory that's floated around about this thing.
But it's pretty crazy that they're called Bedlam.
And I mean, if you listen, that's another thing though. If you listen to the intro tracks when they're talking about Vic, he says Vic is kind of the black sheep of the seeds.
Yeah.
So that's why I took it as like he's kind of like a juggalo. He's Wicked Vic.
Can the
so
viewers
he's
see
in
this?
on that wicked shit.
Not right this second. Here, I'll put it.
Put this up. Anybody in the chat, look at this. This band is called Bedlam. Let us know. What do you think?
I know. Okay, but now,
Here, I'll put it in the-
after you do that though, folks, I also want you to open up Google, type in Bedlam rap group, and look at literally any other photo of them, and they never have that look in any other photo.
It only takes one photo to inspire an image and a thought and a
Well, no. The only reason I say that is if you look at them, they're 3 different kinds of like flowers. I think that's why Shaggy drew them originally, because if you look at them, one looks like a dandelion, one looks like almost like a bud, like a weed bud. That's like Wicked Vic.
Oh, there you go. Everybody can see this. Whoops, sorry guys.
And then you have Woe that kind of looks like a cotton wisp. So it's
Yeah.
like they look like 3 different kinds of plants, more than I would call them rappers. But
anyway, get back to your theory on.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, like, if you listen to just the intros on them, like I'm thinking Vic is like a Juffalo because it's someone that he's almost like the black sheep of the seeds. So even though he is toxic, he doesn't seem like he's toxic. He seems like he's one of us or whatever, but he's not. Like almost the Twisteds, you know what I mean? Like I'll just use that because that's the easiest analogy. Everyone can get that, you know what I mean? But the Juff.
You think he's pulling more from different types of juggalos, and like you said, you think one of them is pulled from Madrox.
Yeah, and I would think like Pug, because these are obviously all going to come from Jay's kind of personal experiences. Pug Ugly would kind of be like if you read Behind the Paint, he talks all the time about like he hung around these motherfuckers from the hood. I forgot what the neighborhood was called, but like it was just like the shitty at Parkwood or something like that.
Yeah.
And there was all these motherfuckers that were like toxic, but he loved hanging around them because it was, exciting for him. You know what I mean? Like, I think his boy Lenny was one of them. But anyway, so and that's kind of like where that toxicity comes from. And I also felt like Woe was supposed to be like people who were always like bitching and moaning, and so you try to help them, but it ruins your fucking life. Yeah. So it like ruins your life helping them.
I'm sure that was like kind of the plan at first, but they kind of, especially with Woe, literally like they threw the lore out the fucking window.
100%. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
There's literally zero lore with Woe.
Shaggy says Woe feels
very
warrior.
thrown together.
Is it?
Woe feels very thrown together.
And we don't know if it's Woe the Warrior or Woe the Warrior.
Warrior, but isn't it supposed to be Woe the Weirdo?
Yes, it's supposed to be Woe the Weeping Weirdo is what it's literally called.
Yeah, Shaggy in the intro, it doesn't fit the theme of it at all. Like the other two fit that theme. If you listen,
Woe the Weeping Weirdo. It literally says it on the spine of the CD.
If you listen to Wicked Vic, that theme kind of sounds like Wicked, and he talks about how he's the best. He's like yada yada.
Oh, by the way, look at this dope ass like Pug Ugly Tom Wood art.
Yeah, that's
that came with Pug Ugly.
Yeah,
I don't
super dope.
I haven't even opened my copy of Woe. Does it have something like this?
I might.
Do you want me to open it for you?
Sure, go ahead if you can open it.
Do that.
Open
Can you
it
do that
Esham
Esham
style.
trick? Yeah, that Esham trick where he's just like done.
I don't have the nail, but yeah, I might be able to.
Yeah, Esham's the man at opening
I gotta
CDs.
use this now.
You literally like open it in like less than 2 seconds. All right, here we go.
There we
Finally
go.
got the plastic.
All right, so Woe opening. Oh, sorry, I'm zoomed
Fresh,
in right now.
Yep, fresh opening here. Is it still a booklet? I hope they haven't.
Live. There's
out.
zero booklet. It's
That's pretty
Oh,
dope.
that's
that image is pretty dope.
Oh, there is a cool dope ass like
Yeah.
Woe image. That's actually really cool. See it?
Yeah, but the light's like shining through a little bit. Oh, hold on.
Here, yeah, hold it.
Oh, that is ill. Yeah, but it's like red and black kind of.
It's hard to show you guys, but I mean, I'll do my best. This is the Woe image that's in there. That's actually pretty cool, but this is literally it. There's no ads. There's no lore. There's
weak.
no credits. I think the credits are behind the CD.
Weak. Like you can tell, like they just rushed this out. They're probably ready to end this era.
Yeah.
Get on to the 6th. Start working on that. They just needed to get this out so they didn't look like they're full of
So
shit.
that's kind of what this all boils down to. Is that
I will say though, this imagery, the Yum Yum Bedlam and the Seeds have the potential to be like a funny, great cartoon.
Yeah, I agree.
Like the Seeds are like the good, like remember Animaniacs, the Good Feathers.
Yeah.
Like the Seeds are like the
Yeah.
they have all their little
Bro,
personalities, and Yum Yum's like the big, like
I
the,
really
the
wish-
boss.
I really wish that the Woe introductory track kind of had that more like, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa kind of sound to it, so it sounded like someone bitching. Man, they could have killed it just by doing 2 thematic songs, and then the rest could be thrown together. I think all of the Seeds all have a formula where they have like one outrageously dope song, like 3 or 4 pretty tight songs, and then like a cover and one that you're just like, what the fuck is this?
And that's what that seems to be like the formula, and that's I'm happy with that. If they do that with every EP, you're not going to hear me bitch about that. It's just with Woe, it seems like it was literally like some tracks they picked up off the floor that they never planned on using.
Yeah.
They threw it on there and put it out. Like, fine, shit it out for the Juggalos so we can move the fuck on. I'm tired of hearing people ask me where's Woe.
I miss the full thematic albums because you got to think like back in the day we had Tunnel of Love and all those songs were about pussy. And
Well, not
women
all
and
of them.
girls.
We had, like,
almost
Ninja
a majority. Yeah, a majority. No,
Stomp.
a majority. Yeah, I would say a majority.
But yeah, you had When I Get Out.
Well, but yeah, and most had like, well, I know, but they had like a lot of porn samples on those.
Yeah.
That's when
Oh,
Mikey
no, they were
Clark kind of
great.
went
Yeah,
in his.
yeah.
No, I love Tunnel
He had
of
those
Love.
porn.
Don't get me wrong.
Collections in his albums, and he kind of used
the
all
albums
those.
never had to be full. Every song never had to be fully about it. You just had to have enough strong songs that tied it together.
Yeah, exactly. And like maybe a couple little skits or sound
Yeah.
effects or whatever, whatever. Even a couple lines maybe in a song that isn't about it. Like that kind of shit really does make a difference.
Like Terror Will had
Willoughby Rags.
Willoughby Rags narrating
Yes.
through every song. Like
Yes.
you're in line waiting for the Terror Will.
Very
blah, blah,
dope.
blah.
Yeah.
The people voted absolutely that they believe the Seeds are based on Bedlam. 53% though. It's a split
That's a close one, but
decision.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just don't agree, man. Like I said, because
I think it's bullshit.
Because if you look, it's only if you look at that one photo, and that's kind of what confirmation bias. That's how it works.
Yeah.
If you have something in your head, I can show you one piece of proof, and you're gonna be like, boom, see, I'm right. And then I can show you 100 things against that, and you're gonna go, no. You already showed me that one. I'm right. it's confirmation bias. That's always how it works.
The thing about it is,
so I get that.
I think why people truly believe this is because Jay was on a warpath of trying to steal back shit that got stolen from him.
Okay.
So I think that's one of the reasons why people think that happened. Is like he was like, Bedlam was obviously ripping us off. I'm going to take that imagery back. I'm going to take that shit back and use it for my own stuff.
Maybe you're right.
That was one of the theories floating around,
Just
which
when
is
I
why
look-
he took that Blaze beat back.
Just when I look at it, like
Or
I
that
said, I kind
Boondocks.
of,
Yeah.
I just see 3 different kinds of seedlings. Like the first one is a bud, the second one is like an air spread, like a dandelion or something like that, and the third one's like cotton.
Oh, I do want to point this out too, and that does sound kind of you are right. It's weird. Like, I mean, they did a good job with the imagery. Like, it seems like there was some discussion about lore at some point with Yum Yum Bedlam.
Yeah.
It's all not really that cohesive, but there's the building blocks are there. I do want to point this out. I'd never seen an image of the seeds looking anything different than what you see here. This is the standard look for the seeds. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody said.
I do want to throw this in here. Violent J, the Southwest Gangster, said, "I'm telling you, CPN said that." Yes, that is where I
Fuck
think,
CPN. We don't give a fuck about CPN.
I think that's where he's the one that brought the Bedlam theory to light on his.
So that's why
podcast.
juggalos are grabbing onto that. I think it's a coincidence, but whatever.
He's basically though the Tom, like CPN is the Tom Jones or Alex Jones of fucking
of
he's
juggalos.
the Alex Jones.
Literally,
he
yes.
is the Alex Jones of the Juggalo world. Let's
He
be
literally
serious.
is.
So
He
like,
literally is.
like if he says like they're based off of Bedlam, that's just like Alex saying they're fucking. I'm telling you, the seeds are based off of Bedlam. They're trying to turn the Juggalos gay. They're turning the Juggalos gay. That's what woe means. Woe in my butthole. They want a woe in your butthole. Like no,
They want to drop seeds in our buttholes and sprout them out of our stomachs.
Yeah, Juggalo world is a small microcosm, and 100%. That's the way I view CPN. Is like he's Alex Jones. Sometimes he's right, but usually like he's spitting some crazy shit. Like you can't take everything he's saying as fact. Right. That's all I'm saying.
All right. So I wanted to point this out. Fuck Bedlam. We don't care about that. Right. We all agree. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
But I wanted to point this out. I'd never seen any other image other than the seeds looking and looking this way. Right.
Oh yeah, this was very interesting. In the actual, we'll get to it. I'll let you show it and reveal it. But there's a different image of the seeds in the box set.
Yeah,
really?
I noticed it. It's very cool. I thought it was neat.
No shit.
They're all smiling.
Ah, shit. Okay.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty ill.
So you can see, like they all like it's just different. You know what I mean?
That's sick, honestly.
Yeah.
So there's the original. They're all kind of like
angry,
mad.
Woe is me.
That's what you see normally, but this is the tray liner of the box set.
Yes.
Oh, the tray
Pretty
line,
cool,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is sweet.
I've never seen them smiling. Seeing Pug Ugly smiling, I was like, "What the fuck? What do you think they're smiling about? Are they happy that the Yum Yum era is over, or it seems like they're scheming almost?
They're happy.
Yeah.
They're happy that somebody is. Well, shit. Maybe they just. Okay, I'm going to go Derek Lotus mode for a minute. They're probably just excited that the 6 is about to drop.
Maybe that's it.
and we're about, and the end is about to consume us all. Bruh. Like they're happy. They're super excited. They're like, finally, the 6 is coming. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Satanic.
Honestly, I think it's just he did a different version. That's the realistic answer. But let's do the Dark Carnival. I like being Derek Lotus every once in a while.
Switch
it's
back.
because they're excited that the great 6 that's about to
all
come.
the line work is pretty much exactly the same, but the mouths got changed. So it's like they literally edited the mouths.
Yeah.
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 Right. Yeah.
Look at
well,
Woe especially. Like he has like a little dimple.
Yeah.
But they definitely like I can't tell if they edited the actual.
They did edit the eyes because on Woe's eyes are like
Oh yeah, you're right.
aimed upward, and then
But
with Pug and Vic, it looks like the same top.
Yeah.
They just changed the mouths.
it's just with Woe, it wouldn't have looked right with the frown and with his eyes going.
Yeah,
like that.
DC said
then he would have looked like he was like trying to poop.
DC said the tray for Bedlam has like the similar image, or maybe even the same image. I never looked at it though. That's pretty cool.
Does it? Huh?
That is sweet, man.
No, I don't see it. It's not in here. He said, "Yeah, because you pull out your cover for Bedlam and look at the back." Oh, it's all I see is.
The open wide.
Or are you talking about this?
I was gonna say, I would have thought he was talking about the open wide Yum Yum.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck.
How Yum Yum opens her mouth wide.
None of these have that image that I'm seeing.
Nope,
to
right
each-
here. Yeah, it's right there on the back with her mouth open. That's why they change it with. Okay, so they used this image and just blew it up. So the image with her mouth, the image with her face closed, they're looking like normal, and then with her mouth open and like getting ready to eat you, they're all smiling.
See, I never noticed that.
great
nice,
shit.
good observation,
Dude,
DC.
DC always had DC. If you want to know lore, man, ask DC.
Yeah, that's really good.
DC's a G.
Yeah.
I never noticed that. That's really cool. See, we were over here thinking like, whoa, that's cool.
You guys know when you watch like Pawn Stars and then like they bring in something like from the 60s and then Rick's like, I think this is really cool, but I'm gonna have to call in my buddy. He's an expert.
Yeah.
He collects Civil War stuff. He comes in all the time.
Exactly.
DC is our.
That's
That's like
DC.
our guy. Like we have to have him around every once in a while to school
Yeah.
us on shit that we don't know.
That's
so
true.
thank you, DC.
Thank you, DC. All right,
Fucking man.
nevertheless, let's get to our tier list. Why not?
Let's do it.
So we
Favorite of the wild cards.
So we
Well,
made
no,
a tier.
it's
We
all
made a
wild
tier
cards
list
and shit.
of all 38 songs from the Yum Yum Bedlam era.
Yeah. Absolutely. Let's fucking do this.
Here, I'll
son.
move us so that you can see.
Be right back.
Oh, where are you going? What the fuck? Are you really?
This dude is. Dude, do you like maybe have like a UTI?
I have the bladder of a ferret.
I see that.
Jesus.
All right, so let me get this straightened
Drink
out
some
here.
fucking cranberry juice, man.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so I made a tier list and an image with an image of every single song
Yep, absolutely.
from the Yum Yum Bedlam era.
This is we're gonna do this shit. Now, that's the thing, like are we just like doing like the agreement thing? We're not all gonna pick.
Well, we're gonna go through every song, and we're all just gonna agree where it should go. And I think
Okay.
I think that the songs themselves speak for themselves, and I think we'll all be able to come to an agreement where, at least within a couple,
Yeah,
where it
absolutely.
should go.
I feel you.
So kind of like how the Presidents did it.
yeah, I remember that. Like
So the Presidents could do
that
it.
was fucking. By the way, that was insanely impressive to me that you guys actually got them here to do that.
Oh,
That was
wow,
fucking-
thanks, man.
That was dope.
Yeah, we really-
I know it took a lot of work on you guys'
Yes.
part, but yeah,
we had to pull a lot of fucking strings. It took a long time to set that up.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
But we managed to do it. So if you want to hear the Presidents rank the Joker's cards, by the way,
the fact that
we have those videos
the
on
fact
our-
that you kept Joe Biden awake that long is impressive as fuck. To me.
oh shit, that's funny.
Yeah.
All
it's
right,
crazy.
Carver, are you ready?
Well,
to-
we were paying him good money, so he,
You're right.
he's
You know,
all-
and then like,
Hunter.
luckily there were no women there, so Trump was able to do it without any
Exactly.
charges. And then,
Yep.
Obama was just like smoking a joint in the back.
Yeah, with Hunter in the picture, Biden needs money.
I'm down. Let's do this shit. All right.
But yeah, sorry I had to piss, guys. I have the bladder of a Chihuahua puppy.
That's true.
It's just it doesn't
that just got force fed 3 gallons of water.
All right, so I got a little image for every single song. Let's
Yes.
go ahead and get started here. I'll pull the chat up so people can so you guys can check it out too. I'm
Yep.
going to put the chat over. Oh, you know what? You
chat
have
might like not like one of our decisions. They might.
you have the chat over
alter
here,
our-
so we're good.
Yeah, I was gonna say we gotta be able to keep an eye on it in case like we're doing something that everybody's like, "Are you fucking crazy?"
All right, so we're starting right at the beginning. We're gonna start with Yum Yum's intro. Oh, here, you know what? I'll play them in the background while we go to. Just quickly, it'll be.
Yum
fun.
Yum's intro is it's sexy. Man.
Don't know why that's playing. I'm sorry.
I can say I've only listened through the Yum Yum intro like twice.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
I thought the Yum Yum intro was pretty cool.
it's just like seductive.
Yeah, it's okay.
Why can't I see,
mean,
like, the little-
I definitely don't think it's a goaded intro, so I'm not going to.
No,
I
no,
will
no,
not
definitely.
say that. I will not give it that.
How do I-
No.
So we kind of have to judge it on the basis of intros as a whole. You can't judge it on just the song.
Yeah, Riddlebox intro's ultra goaded.
Oh yeah, for sure. I love the Riddlebox intro.
Yeah.
I think Great Malenko's intro is the shit too.
My favorite intro of all time is the Ringmaster intro with the Wax Museum.
So this Yum Yum, I'm trying to. It won't let me like skim. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. I wanted to skim through it.
yeah, she.
All right,
she
so it
just
has
starts
this
going like,
girl in the background, which we don't remember who it is, but she sounds pretty sexy.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like I've only jacked off to this song maybe 3 times, but each one of them was a good session.
She's very sexy
fine.
sounding. I do want to jack off to her. I think this intro is pretty cool. I would put it in like I think it's fine. I would put it in like a B.
Same. I would say B.
You think B is fair?
I'd say C, but you guys are outweighing.
All right,
me
so we
for
got
B.
2 people. Yeah, let's vote. We'll go with B.
We'll go with B.
We think it's good.
Yeah,
it's just good.
Okay. Yeah, it's good.
It sets the album up. It sets the tone for the album. She sounds sexy. Why
you
not?
get it. You get from the song. Okay, she's this sexy kind of.
So we're already
alluring.
getting. We forgot lore songs. We purposely,
No, we didn't do
We
lore.
purposely didn't include lore.
No, yeah, we're not going to include lore just
Lure
because
or whatever the fuck.
it
Lure.
theoretically, in our definition of eras, it was last era. That was last Joker card. It's the very last.
That was the
album of
in-between
last-
era.
Yeah, it was the very last of the last era.
Yeah, I don't.
It's just a
consider it,
preview
yeah.
of this era. So yeah, by all means, like Phil, folks, like if you want to add your own list and add those up there, we're with that. But
All right, so the next song, Here Comes the
Next.
Carnival.
This is just our
Dude,
opinions,
oh,
guys.
man, yeah.
Just our opinions.
here comes the carnival, goated.
Go.
I mean, we literally made this. We made the section of Goated literally just for this song.
Yeah, exactly. yeah.
It's in my opinion, it might be the only song in this era that is goated.
yeah.
Oh, and Max Rebo
Arguably.
says it's Laney on the intro. That makes it a little more
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah,
kinda.
right.
That's
yeah,
crazy. She's cemented as Yum Yum in this era. That's crazy.
She really is. She represents Yum Yum, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. Even though Blase wants to say it's her,
Yeah.
I still don't think that she represents Yum Yum. I just think that she had that. I mean, Jay's probably just like, yo, your voice is sexy as fuck. I'm gonna put you on this album.
Yeah, why not?
Because if you really do want to talk about the lore behind Yum Yum, it would be Blase. A toxic fucking female.
I think Queens-
who seems alluring as hell.
I think
and brings
Queens
you
is
in to
kind of
destroy
about
you.
Blase.
All the I don't know, man. All
Maybe it's
the
about Sugar
flowers that
Slam?
she landed in the backyard. Maybe that.
Did you get-
Don't- yeah, all died because
We'll get to
Sugar
that. We'll
Slam-
get to Queens.
I
We'll
don't
get
think
to
Blase
Here comes
was
the
never
carnival.
a queen. Yeah, right.
On topic, did anybody see that picture of Blase and Jay's new girl
Yes.
on the golf
Yes,
cart?
I saw that.
And like Roxy was in the back and stuff.
Yeah.
People are memeing are doing memes of that, like putting Twisted's face, ICP's face on them, all kinds
I
of
didn't
shit.
see that.
Yeah. There's
Dude, Sarah is so fine, and Blase looks good when she is dolled up. But like, I mean, I'll honestly say this: like, no makeup, regular chick. I'm taking Blase. I think.
Anyway, back to Here Comes the Carnival because we're getting off beat. But like, yo, Here Comes the Carnival. Legit is on the same par as a Deck One Juggalo with the Deck One.
One of the greatest
Anthem.
ICP songs ever made.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
Yeah,
It's an
for
amazing
me, it
anthem.
gives me the magic. That's why I chose it for the video. For me, it gives me the magic of that old of the feeling, just the overall feeling, the magic that ICP's always had. The Dark Carnival, the Shangri-La, that feeling of magic.
Church.
So yeah, to me, it's goated. Kuma is a fucking beast. He beasted that shit, and I think the clowns were on it like no other, pretty much in this era. So yeah, goated.
Goated.
The next song is Wretched. What do you think about Wretched?
Average.
I wasn't a big fan of it.
I'd say C, maybe a
C,
D.
really?
C or D. Yeah, I don't like it. It's not my favorite song.
Yeah, I'd put it on. Yeah, probably like C.
Yeah.
CB, like almost like a C plus.
Really?
So
Yeah,
you
I'd say
could.
C
So,
plus.
so what we do is we on the tier. So Yum Yum intro would be before. It would be a B, but what you put
I would put
what
it-
you put first is like the lineup.
All right,
you
look,
know?
I like, yeah, I get what you're saying. I like Wretched more than Yum Yum, so let's put Yum Yum's intro down here and Wretched here.
Fair.
Do you think that's fair?
Fair.
Because, I mean, that's just my opinion.
I think they're both C.
I
but
think Wretched's
whatever.
pretty dope. I actually really like Wretched as a song.
Yeah, I skip it every time.
So what did we say? Wretched as a B? I vote Wretched as a B.
I vote Wretched as a B. That's fair.
I vote Wretched as a
Yum
C.
Yum as a C.
I vote Wretched as a high C or a D.
All right,
or
so-
or a low C or a high D.
So we'll bring you back. We'll bring Yum Yum intro back down to C so you get your way there. All right, Clown Drippin'.
Clown dripping.
I like Clown Drippin'. I would give it a B.
Yeah?
I would give it a B.
I
I'd give
think-
it a B.
I think Clown Drippin' is not that great.
The video
no,
makes
same.
it amazing.
It does.
You want to skim through the video real quick?
Sure, I can do that.
We can actually skim through the Wretched video and the.
Oh, sure.
if you want.
Yeah,
just
Chris,
to
have you
throw
seen
that in there.
those even?
I have not seen.
All right,
the
that'll be
videos,
fun then.
no.
We don't have to watch them all. Just like we can pull them up and let them, But yeah, there's a Wretched video and a Clown Drippin' video. The Clown Drippin' video is awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, here, I'll pull up the Wretched video real quick first. I know we're taking our time, Juggalos, but
Yeah, I know we're.
this is how the show is going to go today.
Oh well, a lot of them we're gonna skim through. There's not
Yeah.
videos to them, so it doesn't matter, but there just happens to be
Clown Drippin'. I really didn't like. I can.
I'm
remember
not
that
huge
one.
on
I was
Clown
not-
Drippin'.
Yeah,
I wasn't.
I put
hu-
that like
I,
D.
I wasn't
maybe
huge on it, but the video really stepped it up for me. I think the video is awesome.
The video for Wretched is dope too. I think.
I wish this was on the song.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say. I don't remember this.
I think this would have made it the song better.
Say if you're gonna throw it hard. And yeah, I know what you're thinking. You're a madman, but I'm not mad at anyone.
Just act like some Bronson shit.
120, if not more, frame rate camera with like nice lenses and shit. So.
But anyway, and then you said the
Clown Drippin'.
Clown
Drippin', I actually really
The Clown Drippin' video is great, and I think Kuma directed it. by
Yeah,
the way.
I don't like the Wretched video. I think it's a disgusting video. I could never watch again.
Wow, really?
But Clown Drippin' is an amazing video.
It is really
Yeah. I'm sorry. That's true.
Well, this
Damn,
is
I didn't know
falling
you hated
apart.
it that
This is
much.
falling apart.
Why'd you go to follow?
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't mean
falling
to.
apart.
This song rules, but I
Yeah,
didn't. I accidentally
yeah.
hit it. I think. Sorry.
What's become of
In Wretched it reminds me of that video,
Oh.
just like worse. Yeah.
Like I said, I think that's probably one of the worst songs.
Yeah.
That might be the worst song on the album.
All right.
I
we're
don't
up on
love
C.
this song. I'll give you that. I
It's
do
not. Never
love this
mind. I
song.
already see. Okay, never mind.
Clown video. Max Rebo, by the way, is another ninja that very, very knowledgeable. Pay attention to what he says. He knows his shit.
Yeah.
And he's down with Kuma for life.
Yeah.
He does say the Clown Drippin' video was directed by Shinobi Squad, Kuma, and his crew.
Oh, nice.
So. Chief Zulligan, the Clown Drippin' video makes me feel sticky. It is kind of weird. I get what you mean by there. Alchemist
See,
said-
I get that with I get that with the other one.
with Wretched.
Yeah, Wretched makes me feel like grimy, sticky.
Wretched,
nasty.
I don't know. I think just because I like the song so much, it kind of. Oh, Wretched. It's just a wicked song. I like it. I mean,
if you're a fan of just like the wicked shit, like I see why it would be like on B tier for some people or even A tier or whatever. But yeah,
You're talking to old school juggalos. Most of these songs like that are not going to be A or above.
yeah,
But,
that'd be a shock.
Gangs-
We've heard the wickedest shit, so it's like
I'm going to
Wretched.
say right now, I hate Gangster Code.
really.
I hate F all day.
Wow.
I
I
fucking-
absolutely love
I fucking
Gangster
cannot
Code.
stand this song, dude.
Man, you're crazy.
I think it sounds like shit. There is no funk. There is no melody to this fucking song, bro. Nothing. The only thing this song has is a story that you can barely pay attention to. It fucking sucks.
I don't even care about the story so much. I just think it's a cool song.
It's horrible. It sounds like a country song, and it's not even done well. It's not. It like country does better shit than this.
Really? You think so?
Yes. This is horrible.
I think you're just a hater, personally.
Alchemist says Gangster Code also F. Yes. It's
Yeah,
a
Gangster
fucking
Code.
F.
Gangster Code.
This song is trash.
I mean, I'm not even saying this ironically or to be like a contrarian. Gangsta Code is literally, I'm not
I
kidding
know,
you, my
you-
favorite song on the album.
You've liked it from day one.
I
and it-
love
Gangster
it.
Code. I would give
I
it.
fucking love
It's
Gangsta
always
I give it like a B. I would give Gangster
wow.
Code like
It's
a B.
boggled my fucking mind that you like this song. I don't like it at all. The hook is okay. The hook is
You,
okay.
you know what? You know what it is? I'm a sucker for like
80s shit.
I'm a sucker for Jay singing to like something, it sounding like some like 80s rock like shit, like 80s rock ballad. You know I love, but like, and that's what he's doing here. Redirection. I
know.
Stay true to the G code.
I know.
I love that shit. I can't get enough of it.
Yeah, actually, hold on. I think I added it to my.
I hate it. I can't stand it.
I hit it. So
Man, it's good.
I hit
dude.
it. So unfortunately, since I hit it, because that's kind of the way I did it. Is I went on Spotify. If I hit a track, that means I really didn't like it. If I left it, it was okay. And if I hearted it, it was the shit.
All right, listen.
And I hit it. So
Listen.
I'm gonna have to say, yeah. That,
This song is boring.
I would put it.
fuck.
I would put it in A. So where are y'all putting it?
I F.
F.
All right, so let's split the difference. Put it in C, I guess.
Well, no, you have to put it lower because it's 2 Fs and 1 A. So
Okay.
I would say
Yeah.
D.
All right, fine.
Sorry,
I'm not-
sorry. Keith.
I'm not happy about
hate,
that.
I
but-
hate that is that low for
I
you.
know it's all right.
It is a horrible song though, bro. Number one, he took the beat from Blaze.
No, he took it from Boondocks.
Boondocks. Sorry, Boondocks did it first. And then the story is unfollowable. You cannot follow the story.
I follow the story.
I can't.
I can. I've listened to this song a million times. I follow it fine.
I cannot follow the
He gets
story.
shot. He's dead. He's watching his homeboys grieve him. He gets like buried. All that shit.
It's
Like,
too boring to follow.
I don't know, man. It's fun.
But the hook makes it better. The hook is okay, but it's just I
All
don't
right.
know.
Let's move on.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
I
okay.
apologize.
I'm
for
not
this.
mad. I'm not mad at you.
Apologize.
Hey,
for
sometimes the pendulum doesn't swing the way you want it to. You know.
All right. So Chief Zulligan's mad. He thinks that belongs in F, but he said what's going to belong in F. I guarantee some of these end up in F. Don't you fucking worry.
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah. Trust. I know one from from Whoa that I will literally get up and leave.
All right.
If
So
it
we're gonna
doesn't
go.
become an F.
Let's talk about Queens. Where are we putting Queens?
Queens. I like Queens.
To
Bro.
me,
Queens is the shit.
To me, Queens is no higher than a C.
Nah, see, I really like Queens. That's like on one of my. I listen to that shit all the time, honestly. Now, so shit, I'm gonna be an advocate. I'm gonna put that in A.
Really?
Yeah, Queens. I would put A.
You want Queens
in
in A?
I do.
I would put. I think Queens is a good song. I really do like.
It's
the
a good song for a girl. Like
It's,
if you
yeah.
have a girlfriend that you really do think is the shit.
But I think it's one
And
of the worst songs on Yum Yum.
Wow.
really, wow. See, I
so
don't agree.
my instinct is
Okay.
C.
See, okay.
Where are you putting it, Carver?
I say a C. I say a high C.
Okay.
Fair. So since it was 2 C's in it, we'll give it a C. Just because that kind of averages at a low B. We'll
It
give
could
it a
move
C.
up. I could see it at a B. I wouldn't be mad.
Now,
at it.
could you move it up above Drippin' and Yum Yum intro? Because
I could, yeah.
I think it goes above Drippin'.
Okay, then let's put it at B.
Well, no. I'm saying I think it could stay in C, but I'm thinking it goes closer.
Oh, I see.
Closer to the letter, the better.
I
it
see.
is.
I see what you mean.
Oh,
yes,
okay, yeah.
I do agree with
Okay,
that.
cool.
And I'll put
Yeah.
Clown Drippin' closer too.
Okay.
Yeah,
fair.
that kind of dictates if it's a high or low.
Man of the
letter.
universe thinks Queens is an A. He's with you, Chris.
Thank you, bro. Like, look, like it's just like Chief Zulligan said, it's a simp anthem, and I'm a fucking simp, so I agree, bro. That's I don't disagree with that at all. Like, if you really like your chick and you think she's the shit, you know what I mean? Like, if you're a little simp,
Well,
like me,
I'm out of the question.
then
then.
yeah, that's it, bro.
Right.
My girl is the shit, bro. I'm sorry, my girl's the shit.
I'm married and I hate there's no
Hey, just be quiet. Just be quiet, please.
Joke.
Carver's like, I'm married, and every once in a while I want to smother her with a pillow. Like,
It's a joke, guys.
I know
Come
you-
on.
No.
I know you love your wife.
All right. Where are we putting Panic Attack?
Panic attack.
You want me to turn it up for you?
Panic Attack's pretty fire.
This is a Mike P produced track on Yum Yum Bedlam, by the way.
I think Jay goes in on this song. I think it's not my favorite thing, but I do think he goes in.
Jay experiments.
See what I did with
First
it.
of all, this song's 7 fucking minutes long,
I would
which is
s-
absurd.
It's too long. That's
Way
That's
too long.
one reason why I hate it.
I didn't hide this one, so this is an average.
Yeah, I would say this one gets a low B or a high C.
Yeah, that's how I gauge.
I want to put Panic Attack on a high C.
Yeah.
So it goes.
It's fun.
It's above Queens.
I
To
think
me,
it's above Queens. I agree. What do you
Above
think,
Queen-
Chris?
Um,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll play it again.
I don't put it above Queens personally.
No, I'm not gonna lie though. Listening to it right now, I'm actually loving it.
I do genuinely like the song. It's too fucking long though. That's
Yeah,
the
it's
only
way too
wrong
long.
thing wrong
I don't
with
like it.
Jay goes on so long.
I put it under Queens. I'd still give it a C, but I would put it under Queens.
it. Well, you got 2 high C's and 1 low
Ooh.
C. So
All right, man. Let's put it at the top of the C's. I say.
All right.
All right, let's move on. What do you think about Fuck Regret?
Fuck Regret is one of my favorite songs in
Fuck
the
Regret
album.
rules.
I
Fuck
say an
Regret's
A.
the shit.
I say
like,
an A.
Yeah. I really like Fuck Regret. I think it's got like one of the better hooks.
Yeah.
Um,
And Shaggy's verse for me is fucking fire. I absolutely love it. I think it's one of the best verses on the album. I give it an A. Period.
I would say an A. My tier on S. Keep it real.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, just because of like I really love the beat on this shit. Too.
This
That's
song
another
rules,
big one.
and it's got a dope message. It's just like,
Yeah.
I mean, don't regret
hook-
nothing. Don't regret shit, bro. Live your life.
The hook
Yeah.
is the hook
We
is
made
perfect.
them,
Yeah.
The hook is perfect, dude.
Oh, this song rules.
Like
man.
their voices sound great on it. Yeah.
I would put this in
This song,
A,
this song is
personally.
also amazing to sing in the car. It's just one of those songs that you can crank up, and like we made it. You know.
we
Yeah,
made
so-
it. Yeah.
100. Me, I would see. I'm gonna say S. but I get A.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be
I
mad
say
at A.
high A or S. Yeah,
I would say S, but I'm not mad at A.
Let's put it at A. I say A is fair.
I'm not mad at A. Yeah.
We made
That's fine.
that.
It is
Dude,
dope,
I'm
dude.
listening. I'm listening to Yum Yum after this. This album rules, dude. All right. Next song is Insomnia. What are you thinking about Insomnia?
Insomnia,
Fuck,
I like
regret.
the story. I do like the story on Insomnia. I like what he's saying. It's not my favorite song on there. I'd give it a B.
Insomnia, that's one of the songs I hated at first because it's Jay rapping so irregularly.
Yeah.
And it's
And
hard to.
there's two parts to it. It's
Yes.
kind of long.
Yes, I forgot about the
It
second
does switch up. When the beat switches up, it's really cool. I do
Yes.
like that.
They're doing like weird. It's like
Yeah.
very experimental. This is one of their most experimental songs they've ever done.
Just Chris, where'd you put it? You hide it or no?
I'd say no. I left it. It's not hidden or liked. So this is like mids for me.
This ended up being one of my favorites.
do know-
Listen to Jay rap right here. Listen.
Toxic loco, pop 6, no dose, a clock tick slow, don't wind it, or dirt demon in charge, just slide your skull like a spine, bro. My plug-
That's what it. Now I listen to it. I know what it is. I think they do good. I hated this beat. I hate
The
this
beat, the beat isn't great. It's Shaggy the Airhead.
I'm a big
Yeah.
guy on beat. See, that's why.
No,
I
Shaggy
like,
the
I
Airhead-
never. I think Shaggy the Airhead is a fucking great beat maker.
Yeah,
I
he-
just don't like him with ICP.
He
I feel like
no,
they
he
just-
does. He does a couple good beats on this album.
He
I
might have
don't-
even done Fuck Regret.
I don't like
Oh,
this.
really?
I don't.
Okay.
I
Don't
don't love
quote me
this
on it.
beat, but when it switches up, it's fire.
I love when this beat switches up.
Yeah,
it
it
just
does.
makes me happy. I could listen to a
Yeah.
whole song like that, man. Do you know what we're talking about, Chris?
This beat completely switches up.
Yeah.
Listen. Here it is. So he's talking about just the whole song's just about like going crazy because you can't sleep.
Yeah,
He's
and
talking
I
about
feel I feel that because I've been there.
No,
And he's talking about
definitely
he's talking about counting sheep in the beat slap and the meat
Yeah.
slap. That part I
This
love.
is where it switches up.
Yeah. This reminds me of like of like a Rick and Morty. This is obviously like a separate beat they threw in here.
And Jay's vocals are mixed very, very well.
Yes, they have that weird like phone sound effect on
Yeah,
it.
he's not like overdoing it.
Yeah. Oh, I love this.
Yeah. So when it switches up here, I do like it. It ups it to me to a B.
Yeah, I mean,
This song rules. I put
kind of goes to sleep. And
this
then
song is
this
B all.
part.
This song's B all day for me.
Yeah.
B all day. I'd make an argument for A, but B I'm fine with.
I mean, this is some psychedelic instrumental
I
shit
love
right
this
here.
shit, dude.
I do like
The
it.
second half I would put maybe an A. The first half I hate the beat so much.
See, Alchemist says okay A.
I'd
Haven't
say
heard
B.
in a while, and now I'm back. See, I'm telling you, bro, this song rules.
I'd say B for me.
Let's throw it in B. I think that's
Yeah,
fair.
I think it's a
The
good
only
beat.
I'll
reason
put
I
it
say
behind
B,
Fuck
I only
Regret.
say because
I'm
I'm
sorry.
judging it as a whole.
We'll put it above
And
Wretched.
yeah,
Yeah.
All right, Heart and Soul.
Heart and
Heart and Soul's an A for me.
A all day for
Love
me.
Heart and Soul.
Okay. Yeah, A. I agree.
Love Heart and
It's a
Soul.
great. It's one of their
God
great. It's
damn
one of their
it.
best remakes.
One of their best remakes. One of the best songs of this era. I'd
Yeah.
say A all day for me. Possibly S if you want to make that argument.
Now the hook is who does the hook? Sponge, the guy from Sponge.
Something Dabrowski or whatever. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I hearted this one.
And by the way, Sponge did a set at the Gathering, and they sounded pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a very feel good. It gives you that magic feeling.
I still hate this singer. I'm gonna say, who's this singing?
This is
Vinny
different.
Dombrowski.
Is it a
This is
different
different
one?
than
Oh, okay.
Roadside Ghost.
Okay, I was gonna say I still am not a fan of this
This
singer,
is-
but the song as a whole is fucking
Yeah.
great.
This,
Burden in your
so this singer had a band in the '90s called Sponge, and they actually had a hit in the '90s that they played on MTV and everything.
Sponge, I've heard of Sponge.
Yeah, that's who this is.
Okay.
They rule. This song rules, dude. A all fucking
Overall,
day.
the song is dope. I still don't like his voice.
A all day above Fuck Regret, I say.
I'd still say A. Yeah.
me
I was
your
gonna say,
heart and
I still
soul.
say A.
Song
I don't
fucking
have-
rules.
Let's do A. Yeah.
Anyone who hates Heart and Soul, I'm telling you right now, turn our show off and fuck you. I'm serious. Fuck you. Do unsubscribe and get the fuck out of here.
No, look. Don't listen to that. Don't listen to that, guys.
Yeah.
All right, that's a stupid thing to
If you
say
don't
when
like, if you don't like Heart and Soul, if you have an opinion different than ours, fuck your mother. And if she's dead, fuck her twice.
I do agree with that. Oh, DC Vega guy says brings Zug Island back. I could hear Sin doing this all day. I think
for
Sin
sure.
would do a great job on some shit like this, dude. Why don't they still work with Sin doing shit like this,
No
dude?
idea, bro.
They're
No
fucking
idea.
up.
Well, didn't Sin go Christian and like clean cut?
Is he?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think so.
I didn't know he went Christian. I didn't know that.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know if he went Christian, but I know he went like I thought he like changed up and like didn't want to be part of that kind of thing. But either way, this song, Jay and Shaggy's verses on this are great.
Yes.
They sound exactly like the fucking original.
And they did a great job of like twisting the words
Yes.
for them. It's just like
Yes.
Let's Go All. This is
Yeah.
on par with Let's Go All the
Yeah,
Way. I
it
say
is. So-
honestly, the way they covered it, it's amazing. I love this fucking song.
Yeah.
All right.
Bootleg the Gathering says
I
Sin
hate-
is old and retired.
I absolutely hate when ICP does covers. I
Yeah.
really do. I hate it. This one is
It
good.
fucking rules,
This one's
dude.
good.
All right, next song. Sorry, I could talk about. I could literally do an episode on Heart and Soul. I
Yeah,
love
Heart-
that song.
Note that Heart and Soul, the original song, sucks balls.
It's kind of shitty, but
yeah. All right. Anyway,
it's all right.
They stepped it up. They made it a little more rocky and like more energy in that one.
I love this song
Where's
too.
it?
I love this song. This is an A for me.
the Drunk of the
love it.
Attic, I put an S.
Wow,
S.
I could make that argument too.
I can make an argument. High A, low S.
I would say S. I would say S. Just because
song
the hook,
rules.
the hook on this shit is fucking
Do we-
sick.
do we
They-
wanna-
They murder it on the verses.
So
It
we're-
does-
spills.
The reason I love this, one of the things I think is great about this song is if you're a drug user, you're going to love this song because he's saying so much about doing drugs.
Yeah.
And if you're not a drug user, you can tell that this is pointing out the extremes of drug
Yes.
use.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it does a good job of being representative and also critical.
Alchemist says goated.
Yeah,
man.
let's turn to the chat because we all say it could be an A or an S.
best on the album.
Right.
Wow.
We all agree this could be an S.
I think this is the best song, or second best on the album. Here Comes the Carnival.
Do we want the chat to help us on this one, A or an S?
We all right. Yeah, let's ask the chat. Well, because if you want to make it an S, I'm completely fine with that. But if people don't think it's great enough, I don't know.
Honestly, it should be S or goaded. It should be the question.
I think I'm gonna up
Can
it
you
to
do
an
A-
S.
Yeah, do S, A,
Yeah.
or goaded. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
S, A, or goaded. All right.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say because that way that we'll kind of let the chat help with this one.
I
Because,
love Shaggy's verse in this fucking.
I personally would put it on S, but I know a lot of people might even say goaded.
The cocksock. Like the shit Shaggy says in this is hilarious, dude.
Yeah, I know.
He is.
And he's
fucking-
talking about being drunk. He's talking about from 4:59 p.m.
Yeah,
to
dude,
5:50.
Shaggy's
whatever
verse.
the fuck-
Shaggy's verse in this is one of the best verses on the album as well.
Oh, this song
So
rules.
good, man.
This dude, songs like this in Heart and Soul are why I still love ICP right
Yeah.
now. Like I know they can still do shit like
Oh, yeah,
that,
for sure.
dude. They throw out a little bit of garbage, a little bit of some bullshit here and there, but it's fucking they
Well,
fuck
when-
around.
When
But
you've had a 30-year career, dude, that's going to happen.
yeah, of course. Of course.
You cannot just.
Oh, I'm showing everybody this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You gotta remember. What should like? Yeah, this is a great song. I don't know, man. I could go with S or goated. I could go with A, S, or goated.
So that's
either
why
one.
that's why I would put S, even tickle
Yeah.
dance around goated because of the fact that there's real genius.
Is the
behind
heroin?
this song. Yeah, like there's real genius behind this song.
Yeah,
'Cause like I said, if you're someone who does these drugs, you're
Yeah.
going to connect, and it's almost going to be like an anthem. But if you're someone looking from the outside, it's almost like, look how extreme that. Like he's talking about the extremes you're going to, but there's a real craft in that, making it to
There
where
is.
it's not
It's a very-
offensive, but also making it very observational.
It's a great
and
craft.
critical.
It's
So
a
that's
gr-
why I think this shit is dope as fuck.
All right, we got 11 votes. Yeah, all right, you got 1 minute. Get your last votes in, and then we're ending it.
Right.
The reason to add on to Chris, this is a great. The way they crafted this is amazing, but they also took from what they used to do. They used to go to the higher end of drug use back then, like talking about crackheads and shit, right?
Yeah.
But nowadays it's them. They're
Yeah.
talking about themselves doing it.
Their own struggles and
They're
shit.
talking about their own struggles, and it's real.
Yeah.
But they're also making it cartoony
Yeah.
but heartfelt.
Yeah.
That's
And you know that.
That's
As a longtime
yeah.
fan, you know that.
that is very
And I-
hard to do.
And
Yeah.
just that line too, do what you want to. You know what I mean? It's like, because it's kind of like that also plays that dual dichotomy. It's
Yeah.
like, do what you want to, man.
Yeah.
Like have freedom, but at the same time, it's also like do
You,
what you
he
want
says,
to, man.
you know, you don't like this. you
Yeah,
know?
but do what you want to.
I mean,
yeah,
just
exactly.
hearing that guitar too, the
Oh, it's
production, that guitar, it speaks to you like this is a painful song, but we're being fun.
Yes. It's really great. This song
This is
is
great.
it's fantastic. All right,
Yeah.
we'll let the chat
And
decide.
there's also a lot of addicts
All right, sorry.
in the Juggalo world, so I'm sure that they can connect to this shit too.
All right, let's end the chat. Let's
Let's see, what do they say?
chat says
Goated.
Goated.
wow, 58% say
goated.
goated. Wow.
All right, so it's on Goated
Man.
tier, bro.
All right, we're gonna throw it in there.
Goated tier.
I'm not mad about that.
Thank you, chat. Thank you for the help. All right, yeah, Goated.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where do we have it? Drunk in the Attic, goated.
Yep.
I think I don't love it more than Here Comes the Carnival, so we'll keep it
No, I
behind
got
that.
you. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
You can't top Here Comes the Carnival. That's just that's
up there,
I see.
yeah.
That's literally
That's
their
a
entire
clowny
lore.
yeah.
Their entire lore in a nutshell.
All
But
Don't Touch That Flower. This is one of the only songs on the album that's actual lore. We've talked about this song. This
Yeah.
probably should have been like track 2.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
I think so. Yeah. Now this being lore, I'm going to give it a B or an A because of that. And then the sound of it, the sound is an A, the lore is a B, or the sound is a B, the lore is an A.
I like how they're doing an interesting like what's the word I'm looking for? Like
Cadence?
Cadence, yes. So I'm always a sucker for that, and when it works, and it works on this.
I think it works on this. Yes. I wouldn't be mad if this got a B.
I think this is-
I would put this in B personally.
This is an average one for me. I
Yeah.
think.
This song is just okay. I do like it. I can see why they didn't put it at the beginning because it's softer, a little more like, you know. But
Yeah.
for the lore alone, and I enjoy it, I want to say B. I don't like it more than anything in A, though.
I would say no higher than a B for me.
What do you think, Chris? You cool with it in B?
I'm cool with it in B. I'd say C.
We'll put
I
it at B-
think I'm going to
oh.
put mine on C, but I'm cool with B.
We'll put it at the end of B.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Cool. I like that.
All right.
Just the lore alone, it needs something.
I
Yeah.
don't like.
Yeah.
I'm kind of on the different fence because I'm not as big of a fan of the cadence, just because it sound like I like when they have like more of a rhythmic cadence, and that one kind of sounds like they are droning, and I'm
Sure.
not as big a fan of when they do this stuff right here. Like,
Yeah,
like I know they do that in the songs, but I'm usually not as much of a fan of that, style.
Yeah, I feel it.
The Jokesters did not like this.
So this song is.
Didn't like it.
I don't know what they're even trying to do. This is them trying to do like some clowny shit. It's like one of those random clowny songs.
Well, I just don't get like the whole "we're not sorry if we tricked you" like type thing. Like
Yeah, I
how they
don't-
bring that back, and they're like how he. This is almost like they're saying like, "Hey, all that shit you heard on the Wraith, like, ha, we got you." Again, like, I don't know. This is a fucking confusing song to me. I'm just like, I don't
It's
get
a weird
what you're
song.
saying in this.
I'm not sure what they're
Are
doing.
you
either.
saying that all the positive shit you were saying was a joke? And
This
like,
is
that
one-
was like what?
This is one of my least favorites. I would put it in C though. Like it's an okay enough song, but I love it more than. I don't love it more than Gangsta Codes, I guess. So I want to put it down here in that case.
Tsunami says, was it Tsunami?
That's Lil Ninja.
Slapnut is S, no question.
And by the way, do you know this song has two titles?
What's that? This one?
This song is called Slapnut and the Jokesters, depending on where you're looking
It's
at
called
it.
Slapnut in here.
Yes.
'cause I knew from listening to the song that I didn't like it, but I didn't know the title.
Yes.
That's why when I was looking, I was like, I don't know.
And-
but this is hidden on mine.
Yeah.
Slapnut is hidden. I didn't like this
Let's
shit at
keep it
all,
in
bro.
D then. Fuck it.
I'm not a fan of this.
I didn't
bro.
even
Just
vote
keep
for
real.
it.
Yeah.
You didn't even hear my.
Oh,
my
I'm sorry.
thought on it.
I'm sorry. What is your vote? I'm sorry. What do you think? You like it?
Honestly, I thought you were peeing.
Do you like it?
I can see why people would really like this song. There is some crazy clowny shit in it. It's kind of hard. It's heavy, and I can see why it would speak to some people. To me, I don't love it, but I wouldn't go anything lower than a C on this song.
Oof. All right. So me and Chris both say D. You say C. So let's put it at the top of.
ID.
Let's put it at the top of D.
ID.
All right. Bitch, I'm fine.
I think it's one of those clowny songs that a lot of people do like, though.
Yeah, maybe.
I feel you. I mean, I've seen people that like say that are in the chat even saying that it's all right, but like I hated the fucking.
I mean,
hook
I kn-
of Jokesters.
Yeah.
I hated the theme of Jokesters.
Alchemist agrees with
I mean, I know people that actually like Gangster
yeah,
Code.
right,
So
Fuck off. Gangsta Code rules.
right. That's fair. See, I put both those songs. See, I think they're both perfectly placed at D. Both of those are like songs that like very few people Are you doing a poll
You do
on
it-
Gangsta? Look at this dude like leading with his fucking. Dude, look at this dude leading. That shit doesn't work in court. You can't go, aren't you a murderer? Like, that's called leading the witness. You can't do that shit.
Oh shit.
Vote, guys, vote accordingly.
All right.
okay?
So, all right. What are we thinking about? Bitch, I'm fine.
Bitch, I'm fine.
Don't like it.
I think it's just okay.
I think that
I'd be okay with a
I think
D.
the title of the song is perfect. Bitch, I'm fine.
I could give it a D. I like the hook. That's why I don't give it an F.
Low D.
Bitch, I'm fine.
Yeah, the hook
Yeah.
is melodic, but I don't like the song. I don't like the
Yeah,
verse.
Oh, yeah, the beat.
I could do
rough.
without this song.
I mean the hook is pretty cool.
Nah, I hate the hook too. This one, honestly, I'm gonna put F for me. I'm
Wow.
gonna say F. This is probably.
All right, let's put the end of D then.
Yeah.
You okay with that?
I don't. I'm hoping not to put anything in the
I think
F.
this is my least favorite song of the album.
Wow, this might be mine too.
I think this is my
Yeah.
least
I don't
favorite
think it's an F though. I think it's an okay enough song.
song. Nah, I'll never listen
I
to
don't-
it.
I don't
hit
wanna-
it. I'll never. This
I
is
don't
one
want to
I'll
give an
never
F to
wanna
the
listen
boys. You know, I'm trying not to give an F
Yeah,
to the boys,
I get
but if it happens,
Do you
it
think
happens.
this song deserves an F?
No.
Okay. You good?
I'd
with-
say D.
You good with
the
low
hook?
D?
The hook brings it up to a D because I actually kind of like the hook.
Okay, same. All right, Carnival of Lights.
To me, this is an A. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm not gonna be mad if you guys put it in a B, but I think it's an A.
I think it's a.
I know people love this song, and I think it's just fine.
I like it. I really like it.
It's
I
fine.
like
it's
the
a little corny to me.
I like
This
the
one seems
corniness,
fine.
so I like it. I like. The song.
I would be okay with A or B, but high B is probably where I would put it. What do you think, Chris?
Low B for me. So I'm fine with high B. I'm good. I'd say low B, maybe high C for me.
I ended the poll. Let's see what people said. Hold
So
on.
DC says that Carnival of Lights is
Y'all are
close to
haters.
on par with Here Comes the Carnival.
I
No.
like it. I think it's pretty close. I do love
All
this
right,
song.
let's throw it in. Where'd I put it?
I
Shit.
mean, dude, this hook is heartfelt. You don't like it?
The chat is
Throw
kind of
that hook.
leaning. The chat is pushing for A and S, so let's do A, just because kind of with their input. I know Carver's
all right, let's put it in
feeling
the middle of A.
middle of
I
A.
mean, listen
Okay.
to that, dude. That is heartfelt.
I like it.
Even though I don't like, I think that it's a corny sounding song. At the same time, like it doesn't sound celebratory. Like here comes the.
All right, listen,
This
it-
one's it's more like this. I'm a child.
Yeah. Listen, if this is
This
an
how,
A, I want to put Heart and Soul in S.
Like this, I feel
I
like
agree.
Here Comes the Carnival is a great anthem for the gathering. I think this is a great anthem for like Juggalo chats, where everyone's
Yeah.
like, "Don't worry, buddy, we're family here.
Yeah.
It's okay."
Juggalo
It's just
chat.
Look, are
yeah.
you okay with if this is an A, then Heart and Soul's an S?
I love Heart and Soul.
No, dude, I can't do that. Me personally, because it's still a cover. It's still it's one of their best covers, but I'm still not that big of a fan of it.
Still
bro.
better than Carnival of Lights.
Yeah. I'd still.
Man, all right, we'll leave it there for now.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm okay with Heart, Soul, and A.
Same. All right, so Ain't No Time.
It's
People,
a B.
I know a lot of people do not like this song.
I don't.
I
like
hated
it.
this
I
song
don't
just
li-
because the fucking singer.
I'll give it a middle ground B just to do that, but I wouldn't care if it was in a C.
I like Jay's
Dude.
parts on this song, but the chorus
the
isn't
video,
great.
the video
Oh, yeah,
is
the
really
video.
dope. Let's pull up the video. The
Sure.
video is really fucking dope. So that I think that ups it for me. But if there was no video to this, I would hate this song.
Nah, bro, this is more Fs than Juggalo University's report cards. All right, like
This was more Fs than my report card in 8th grade, which
You're
I got
right.
straight Fs.
right. I was gonna make a joke about Violent J's report card, but I know in Michigan their lowest grade is E, so that wouldn't have worked. That joke wouldn't have worked. You
playing.
get D's and E's.
Oh, it's down here for
I
some
thought their
reason.
lowest grade was J. No, sorry, cheap joke.
Yeah.
Santanic.
Santanic. Oh shit.
Oh,
dude.
that NASA jacket was that referring to the Gathering?
Oh, maybe they did have NASA shit.
I do like this video. I think it doesn't capture the clowny funness of ICP, but it captures like almost like a like an epic like weathered look of ICP.
It's like very dreary.
yeah, and there's some shots with Shaggy that are really dope.
Max Rivas said directed by Kuma.
Yeah. So I do like. I hate that fucking
That warbling
effect on his
effect?
Yeah.
that wobble effect. But I do like this video. The shot to Detroit in wintertime, man. It's really cool. I do like the video.
That ICP beanie, for as simple as it is
Yeah.
dope.
Oh
as
yeah,
fuck.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
fire.
to be a musician in your city and to have a video like this, it is pretty epic.
That's pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
All right, so let's
And
go.
there's a crashed plane in this video, is there not? Isn't there a plane in this video?
yeah, I think so.
There's like an actual crashed plane.
So I would put this song. Me personally, I like this song. I don't love it. I would put it as a low B. Personally,
It's okay.
yeah.
what do you guys think?
To me, I'd be fine with a C or a B. I don't want to give it a D.
I don't know where on B I'd put it, but I'd give it a B.
All right, let's low B. All right, next song, Something to See. Last final song on the album.
To me, that's an A or an S.
It's an S for me. I love
Yeah.
this fucking
I
song.
love
dude.
this song.
Yeah, S for sure.
Yeah.
This song rules.
Yeah, this is the shit.
It's an
wouldn't put it
amazing
on
Juggalo
Goated.
anthem. You know?
Yeah, this is probably of all. This is my second favorite cover they've ever done.
No, it's
For
great.
sure. I would say that first is obviously Let's Go All the Way. That's going to be a hard one to beat. They redid that song and made it way better than the original, which is hard to do.
Yeah.
But this song is fucking great. And I would say when I'm trying to recreate my feeling of being at the gathering, this is like my mental soundtrack song.
This was my runner up on the song to use for the video.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, because like you said, you know, like I want it burned into
Yeah.
my eyes, like because that
Yeah.
really is kind of how it is when you're in the midst of that ICP show and you're looking around. It's like, dude, if this was my last memory, I'd be sad.
Yeah,
I'd be
dude,
straight.
them ending shows with the song, it's great. I love it. This song rules. I can't say enough good things about it.
Yeah,
And the reason why
S
I
is a
like the
good
hook
spot.
so much is because it sounds like it's more than just one guy singing. It sounds like
Yeah.
a group. It's got that like over the top epic feeling of like a crowd of people singing.
Yeah.
And I love it.
No, I love that too.
Yeah,
I'm
I
with you,
love
man.
the
I'm a
feeling.
sucker for that. Yeah, that crazy tonight.
Yeah, that's good shit.
Yes, it's an.
He's talking to the
both of
Juggalos.
those. Yeah, this is a cover, as well as Let's Go All the Way. That is a cover as well. And you're not a Juff, you're just young. You
Yeah,
know what I
man,
mean?
you're fine.
These are old ass songs, bro.
He's being silly.
yeah.
All right, we know. All right, so moving on, man. That was Yum Yum.
I didn't know this was a cover when we reviewed this.
I didn't know
this
this.
one?
I didn't
I had
know
no clue.
I had no clue either. And then I was at
Yeah.
Sheetz one day getting gas, and I heard the real
Yeah.
song. I was like, "What the
It's
fuck?"
like an 80s pop song.
It blew
Yeah.
my mind because I was like,
Yeah.
"Holy shit, this isn't
Dude,
ICP."
I
but-
didn't even know
Yeah.
that the second track on Mighty Death Pop was a cover.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Which one's that?
I can't remember. It's like the second track on Mighty Death Pop. That's a cover, and I used to hear it at Whole Foods when I worked there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah.
All right, so nothing in Yum Yum gets an F. That's pretty good.
And I love that track on. By the way, I love that track on Mighty Death Pop. I think that's one of their best covers.
I really do think that that Gangsta Code should be F.
Wow, you guys are haters.
Gangster Code.
You guys are haters.
No, maybe not Gangsta Code. The Jokesters, though, for sure. Yeah, I hated Jokesters.
All right, so this is the intro for Wicked Vic.
See, this shit. This is why I say this
Great.
celebrates
Love it.
Juggalos.
Yeah, I love this shit.
Or this is like Juffalos. That's why I say Wicked Vic separates Juffalos. If you listen to this shit, it has that, but it keeps cutting in and out. Like something, you're hearing this wicked sound, but something's wrong with it. See, like, but see, every once in a while the beat gets real crazy. Like it sounds like it's supposed to be like the wicked shit, but there's something off with it. Kind of like how a Juffalo is, you know what I mean? They seem like Juggalos, but there's something a little off.
yeah,
I don't know.
I hear it. I can kind of hear it.
Okay.
And
I
like-
think, I think this intro's pretty cool. I would put it like I think it's fine. It's like a B to me.
I'd
This
give
is
it.
as
I'd give
far
it an
as-
A because to me this could be old school ICP
Okay.
Joker's card, deck one shit. Like to me, this could be an A.
I give it an A as an intro only because when I was listening to it, I got a vibe. You know,
Okay.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I was like, shit.
Yeah.
I already kind of feel what Wicked Vic's about. Like I was explaining, like I really feel that with the production. Like
Yeah.
it sounds like you're listening to an intro to a Wicked clown, but shit keeps going wrong. Like you'll hear like static come in or in the background, little weird noises, and they're out of place too. It's not as melodic.
Okay.
They'll randomly come in, and so it's like I said that it gave me that feeling like, oh, it's like Juggalo shit, but something's a little off.
Okay.
Yeah, this is up there with like Jekyll Brothers intro. Like,
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? To me, it fits so perfect.
Okay. I mean, that's interesting. I like it, but I didn't know you loved it that much. That's interesting.
Do you pay attention to the intros, and like, does that matter to you as much? Because
Yeah, I
to
love
me,
the
to me,
intros.
the setup to the album is a big part.
I agree with that.
Now,
Absolutely.
Chief Zooligan said Chris is literal proof that Juffalos don't exist. I disagree. I wouldn't say that I was ever a Juff. Like, and if someone called me a Juff, I don't think that they have the same definition I do. To me, a Juffalo is somebody who claims they're a Juggalo, but you're not getting any of the messages from the music.
Yeah.
So if
Like,
if
you
you go
just
to the
don't
gathering and
understand.
you rob from someone, you're a fucking Juffalo. If you got a rebel flag up in your fucking bedroom, you're a fucking Juffalo. If you're gatekeeping this shit, you're a fucking Juffalo. You know what I mean? That shit that makes you a Juffalo, bro, is when you listen to the music, but you don't hear anything being said in it. That's a Juffalo, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I know some people just use it as like, oh, you're a Juggalo who doesn't know everything about psychopathic. That's bullshit. Look, if you became a Juggalo today, you're a fucking Juggalo. If you become a Juggalo 30 years ago and you do any of the shit that I said, or a lot of other things too, like, you're not a Juggalo, bro. You're a piece of shit. You're a Juff. You know what I mean?
Word.
That's my opinion.
I think there's room to make mistakes. Like,
Yeah, you can be. I really do think you're a Juggalo for life, even if you don't listen to the music. Like Jay even said, they're the soundtrack to this shit,
Yeah.
but I don't think that they're they didn't create this shit. They're just the soundtrack to it.
Yeah.
Juggalos kind of govern their own little
what
world.
what I'm seeing here's on that topic, but kind of off the music. I'm seeing in real life, the world is acting like Juggalos. The world is changing and acting like Juggalos. Like, just driving back from the store to going to my house, I'm just watching people, dude, and people are acting goofy and crazy more than ever.
Interesting.
Like, just standing outside of gas stations, dressed all weird and shit, and like, they want to be colorful and goofy looking. Everybody wants to be like a character. People don't care about fitting in anymore. They don't care. They don't want to be part of a clique or crew. It's crazy. The world is changing to what like the Juggalo model is.
It makes sense.
It's happening in real time now, and it's crazy that you could see it.
And since we have this song playing, another thing I want to point out, this also backs up kind of my view on Wicked Vic, the lore behind it. If you listen to the lyrics of this shit, he's kind of explaining almost like the Juff type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But he's like,
Because he said shit like,
so what I got from this song though is like he's talking about like being desperate because the world hates you so much that you basically do what the Joker did. You paint a face on you and you become a madman.
I never
And
listened to the song close enough to get the message. of
that's
it,
what
I
it is.
guess.
It's like when you're picked on, when the girl don't love you, when your parents hate you, when the world hates you, you give that you get that grease stick and paint the smile, and that smile is the representation of the madness of being a clown.
I see, and you could tell that with the laugh.
Yeah, it's like your last resort is painting on that face and becoming the clown.
Interesting. All right, so where are we putting Sending the Clowns? I like it.
I love it. I think Sending the Clowns is an A or an S.
Wow. What do you think, Chris? I think this song's good. Me personally, I wanted to put it in B. I don't love it, but
yeah, I'd say B. Sending the Clowns.
so why don't we split it and put it at the end, or let's put it somewhere in A.
I could do it with
It's
like I could do
good
it.
support track for the EP.
Yeah.
Like it helps hammer home kind of
Better-
the feeling.
I like
of
it better
Wicked
than
Vic.
Wicked Vic, obviously.
I
but
mean,
don't
I
know if
like it better
more.
than Wretched. So
All right, let's put it up here then. That's fine. You good with that? A.
yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right.
Isn't it rich? Are we a pair? Here, last on the ground, you in midair. Where are the clown? Isn't it bliss? Don't you approve? One who keeps tearing around. One who.
What are you
can't move.
reading?
The lyrics to Sending the Clowns. I was just gonna say like,
There's lyrics.
don't
to it?
you love? Like this is why I was saying like it backs up my little Juffalo theory. Like, don't you love farce? Which is bullshit. My fault. I fear. I thought you'd want what I want. Sorry, my dear. But where are the clowns? Sending the clowns. Don't bother. They're here. Like it's like Juff sound and shit. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. That's like why I kept. Just when I'd stopped opening doors, finally knowing the one I wanted was yours, making my entrance again with my usual flair, sure of my lines, no one is there. But yeah.
Tsunami, right? That's how you pronounce it, right?
It's Anami.
It's
Little
Tsunami.
Ninja.
Tsunami.
Little Ninja.
It's Tsunami. Every song on Vic is easily a S? Are you saying it's easily a
An
S,
S, yeah,
or
an
easily
S.
it's an A or an S?
S. I think he's saying it's all there. They should all go on S, but
Or
This
is that?
song's-
Or did you say as and you just accidentally put a space there?
This song's a B to me.
yeah,
I don't-
same.
I don't-
would put it in B.
I don't like it more than most of these songs. I would put it as a low B.
I love this shit, man. I don't know why. Like, to me, this is like the type of ICP I want.
Yeah.
Like hard hitting, fun, corny sounding.
Like I like it. I'm still putting it in B, but I don't know if I
Yeah.
like it more than these.
I'd put it.
Yeah, I get you. To me,
I'd put
it's-
it low B.
To
Let's
me,
put it like
to,
right here.
To me, it's better than fucking Wretched.
All right, so let's put it right here above
To
Wretched.
me, this is
Yeah,
ICP.
well, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I don't like it more than
But
Insomnia.
my opinion, Wretched would be lower on B too, though.
To me,
That's
this
kind of
is
the compromise
to me
that
this
people
is
would-
at least a fucking. Hey, I'm gonna put on a clown rap. This sounds like a clown rap.
Yeah, it does.
Wretched sounds like somebody trying to be like
But it's cool.
a druggy rapper.
Yo,
you know, I don't-
Fucking
Mutilator
later.
is fucking
Dude,
amazing.
Jay, this is probably Jay's dopest verse of all time. Like, I really do believe that. Like,
And the beat is
he
fire.
fucking rhymes. His rhyme structure in his shit is fucking nutty.
Somebody tell us who
Yeah.
made the
he
beat for
rhymes like
Mutilator.
a beast, bro. Like,
The beat
just
to
listen
me-
to this shit. Listen to this shit. Hold on, sorry.
A mutilator, a crank wonder flesh and need disintegrator. Be a waste, huh? A disgrace, huh? You wanna stab and lick a face, see how it tastes, huh? Drag a blade, some.
He goes like,
Yeah.
Take it, take song.
Yeah, he's dope.
His
The-
rhyme scheme and all that shit in this song is fucking
Yeah.
insane, bro.
And the hook is dope as shit too.
yeah,
There he goes.
right here.
And just like that.
Like,
Oh
the-
man,
the
that's
back is-
fire.
Fuck some casualties, the blood's
Whoever made this
Like when
beat
he's
is
like
fire.
like,
I can need some automatic tragedies, a slice.
This song's got it all.
yeah, dude. I'm saying he's fucking murders that verse.
I
bro.
would put this song as A for sure.
I would say high A or S.
Wow.
Um,
I don't know if I like it more than like Heart and Soul. I would put it here personally.
Oh man, that hook though.
It does rule.
They don't overdo it on the hook.
Yeah.
They let it ride.
What do you think about putting it here?
That's fine.
Do you think that's fair?
It's
I
be-
would put
it's,
it ahead of Heart and Soul for
Really?
sure. I would for sure.
I don't know. I think the heart and soul of Heart and Soul is like what makes it, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I say keep it here. What do you say?
I agree.
All right.
All right,
We love Mutilator though.
all right.
Mutilator is
Y'all love
amazing.
Heart and Soul. I don't get that.
We
as
love
much
Heart
as-
and Soul.
Like Heart and Soul is a good cover, but like I said, I'd still put it at back of A.
It just gives us
For
that
me.
magic feeling. I think
feel
that's all
you.
it is.
Like I feel
It's
you.
got the magic feeling, so it's better.
You guys are pussies. I get. No, I'm just. I'm probably the sausage.
No,
softest
I get you though. As far as like
Yeah.
writing and like structure, yeah, Mutilator is fucking for sure up there.
yeah. High Park Peddler.
I think this is like him trying to be like tell stories like how he used to do and like make like a story song that's like goofy and funny, but he just doesn't do it that same way anymore.
Yeah, I just don't like this.
It doesn't work. It doesn't land the way old Jay used to do it. So
Like the beat still has the same carnival-y feel that all the other songs do. It's just.
it's kind of boring.
Yeah, that's a perfect.
I mean,
example.
number one,
Yeah,
it's
that's
kinda
a perfect
boring.
example. I was going to say like it feels real melancholy. Like when I'm listening to it, I'm just like, it's here. You know what I mean?
You know how back in the day you would throw in an ICP song and every single line you stuck to, like every
Yeah.
single line, because it was simple rapping, but there was so much personality and acting to it that like every line you were like, what the fuck? Like you hung on everything they said.
Every single time I hear this hook, I think of Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah, you just
Like this shit sounds just like Roller Coaster Tycoon. This might be a Roller Coaster Tycoon clip. Keep it real. It's like
This
the
is the
haunted house
soundtrack.
and Roller Coaster Tycoon. That's what it makes.
yeah,
me think
but
of.
I could also see this being like a haunted house music. You're just like walking through it, like you're walking through a boring haunted house, and you're like,
a boring haunted house. Like
Yeah.
you just walk into the room and the guy's like, blah.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, hi, peddler. Whoa.
There's a guy in a mask smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, welcome to haunted house.
So what are we deciding for Hyde Park Peddler?
I'd say B or C.
I think it's an okay song. I don't love it, but it's fine.
I'd be happy with a B or C. I'm gonna be right back.
I put it a come on, man.
Jesus, bro.
All right, let's put it a low B. Let's put it at the end of B. How about that?
Yeah.
You good with that?
I was like,
I know.
that's a
This
freaking
guy.
2
This
hours.
fucking guy.
All right. Anyway.
I like this shit. It's like Carney.
Well, I
and
was just
shit.
telling him it reminds me so much of Roller Coaster Tycoon. This
Oh,
is
okay.
one of those when I first heard it, I was like, yeah, this is cool, but I'm never going to listen to it
Right.
in my playlist.
Like
You
the
know what I
song
mean?
is just kind of like not great.
It's just there.
All right,
there.
we'll put
I
it.
would say like low C,
Wow.
high D.
All right, so let's put it at the top of. I don't know. I would put it like in the middle of C. Let's keep it there, and we'll see what Carver says when he gets back.
Okay.
Because I can't even pay it. Like, you know how he said he can't even pay attention to the story on some of these songs. That's how I feel on this song.
Yeah.
It's hard to pay
it's like-
attention. All right.
Yeah. Oof. I was loving this EP, and then this song came on, and I was like, "Oh, well, there it goes. This is me fucking hating my life again." Oh, I hate
Yeah, this is
cover.
not a great cover.
I hate this shit.
I actually hate this song. I would put it this song in F.
I would say F, bro.
What do you think? Hungry Like a Wolf.
Oh, bro, this is a horrible cover, bro.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
You good with F on this? Yeah, that shit is so gay, dude. What are they doing?
Yeah, you know, because in the original song it goes whoa 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 whoa
Yeah.
whoa 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 whoa.
I mean,
whoa, whoa.
I think Jay sounds good right here.
I would say just the production and mixing and mastering of this alone is above an F.
Okay.
It is a
Bro.
it sounds great as far as technical,
This shit.
but yes,
blows.
the way Jay's singing and shit on it is really bad.
Like,
and
there's times where Jay kind of does his singing thing, and he's great.
Yeah.
And then there's other times where he kind of sings like this. And this is one of those where you can tell he's like goofing off because I feel like he really wants to
Yeah.
cover these songs, and then he records it, and he's like, oh, that sounds horrible. So then he switches to this style, and,
Yeah.
and I fucking hate it.
whoop, whoop,
Whoop, whoop, whoop, whoop, whoop, whoop, whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
man.
I don't think it deserves an F, but if you all want to put it in an F, I ain't gonna argue.
I would be fine with a low D. If you want to make that argument, I would be completely fine with that.
I'm in the F tier. Personally, I fucking hate this cover, bro.
All right. Let's put a low D. I can't bring myself to give it an F because Carver did make some good points. The production is great, and Jay sounds good on it. It's just the concept is
Bro.
bad and the hook is terrible, and they just didn't execute it great. You know. All right.
Man, I really think we should push this down to D, but okay. Whatever, boys.
I put it in D. You mean
guys
push it
or
to F?
Yeah, push it to F, but you guys are the experts.
All right. Let's wait. There might
No,
be
it's
something.
fair because 2 Ds and 1 F, so that average is low D.
All right.
So that's fair.
All right. So this is the Ain't No Time Kuma remix.
Ain't no time.
I think Kuma did an okay job. It's just not necessary.
I don't like this.
This is worse than the original,
Yes.
so I would say a C.
Big time worse
Okay.
than the original. I'd drop it even lower than C.
Yeah.
I don't hate
Well, no,
it.
I wouldn't. Nah, yeah, you're right. I think I'm just being more critical.
Oh, by the way,
'cause I'm
we
comparing it to the original.
We stuck Hyde Park Pedla in the middle of C. We thought that was fair. I don't know if you agree with that, Carver.
That's fine. Yeah, it's an okay. It's just
Yeah.
kind of boring.
All right, Ain't No Time remix. I would put that at the end of C.
Yeah, because it really does. I think that the remix takes away from the original feel.
Yeah.
I feel the original a lot more. It's just so much more that, yeah, this drops it down like a decent chunk.
Yeah.
It's still a good song. It just doesn't vibe the same. Yeah, I just don't like it. It sounds like more like depressing and like dark.
All right, so moving on. We're moving on. That was Wicked Vic. Still nothing in F. That's pretty good.
DC brought up a good point though in the chat.
What's that?
Twisted versus ICP. Who did Hungry Like the Wolf better?
Oh, yeah. Twisted's version of Hungry Like the Wolf is pretty cool. They did it a few years ago.
I haven't heard it, but I'm just going to say this. I don't
Probably
give a
better.
fuck
Let's play
who's
it real
doing
quick.
it. Like, I don't like. Stop doing covers of. If you are ICP Twisted, any of y'all, stop doing fucking covers unless you're going to give them like. I get they're fun and whatever, but I fucking hate that shit. Every time I turn one of those on, I'm just like, oh god, they're never good. I never want to listen to them again. I usually don't make it through one listen. Just keeping it real. I'm never a fan of when it's very rare. I'd say 10% of the time I'm like, yo, this hits.
I think when ICP does late 80s pop covers, they can do that. But like classic rock covers, no.
Yeah. This says Jimmy Urine from Mindless Self-Indulgence also.
All right, like I'm not a fan of this. I do think this is better than ICP's
This
version.
is more like fun to listen to for sure.
Yeah, but I still would never listen to this in a million fucking years, bro.
Yeah, it's like it's okay.
All right, I'm ugly. Dude, listen, Pug Ugly I think is one of the dopest EPs ICP's put out. This fucking album rules, all right? I'm Ugly right off the bat, immediately dope as shit, dude. This song fucking rules.
it's dope.
I would put this song in A.
Yeah.
I like this song more than
I'd be okay with that.
Send in the Clowns. I would put it right there under Fuck Regret, personally.
No, this is a great intro. It jams, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's better than Wicked Vic. It's got a funkier groove than Wicked Vic. That's the only reason I like it.
Yeah,
better than
dude,
Wicked
this song
Vic.
fucking rules.
I
Mikey
think-
Clark on the beat
Yeah.
on all these songs, by the way.
I think as far as lore, it's the same level as Wicked Vic, but just as far as like there's verses and it's actually a little funkier.
It's a real song. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
He
This
does
song
a good
fucking
job
rules.
of theming up like he
Yeah.
gives good examples of like wild ass fucking crazy motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like all his verses is literally like, yo, I'm doing the wildest shit. I don't even give a fuck because I'm an ugly motherfucker.
Yeah,
you know what I
right.
mean? And like it once again hammers home that like toxic.
He's giving lore to the seed, which
Yeah.
the other ones didn't. Wicked Vic a little bit,
yeah.
None with Woe, but Pug Ugly they fleshed it out.
Yeah,
you know.
100%, yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it.
As far as like execution, I would give it an S or
And the
goated.
beat sounds ugly.
Yeah.
As far as execution, as far as like sound, I'd give it an A or an S. But I mean, like, it is a great fucking ICP
Yeah.
intro track.
Rules, man.
You can't.
As
deny
far as
it.
intros, you can't get much better.
Yeah.
So I'd say arguably S as far as intros go.
Um,
If we're grading it on the pure scale of intros, it would be like an S.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a-
I could put it up here. I still can't put it above Heart and Soul, dude. I love Heart and Soul. I mean, if you guys
don't.
agree, we can. But
I don't agree with you guys on Heart and Soul, but like at the same time, you know, you two are the heads of the show.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I'm sure most people would agree with you. I don't like.
what about right here?
I'm okay with that.
That's much. Heart and Soul was one of those, like, I remember when you first started playing it, I was like, oh, yeah, I like this one. And then the hook came on, I was like, I remember. And then, like, instantly, I was like, well, I've already went in at this point and said, like, I'm okay with A. But, like, yeah. After hearing the hook, like, Heart and Soul definitely went down on my tier, but it's already in its place, so we'll leave it.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on. Abracadabra.
Yeah.
Abracadabra is a fucking ass.
Well, it's a great song. One of the best
S.
ICP songs done in a decade. S for
Abracadabra,
sure for me.
That's what I
I
think.
put it above Something to See
Yeah.
even. What do you think,
You
Chris?
put it over Something to See.
I do, yeah. This song fucking rules, dude.
No, honestly, I agree.
It's so
No, that's
good.
This to me
fits really well with the first deck.
Yeah, this is like old school. I mean, they fucking came with it. This is every trick they've ever had. They pulled it out and did it.
It's a clowny kicker if you've ever heard one.
Executed it well. This is what made them great. This is what made us fall in love
Yep.
with them. This kind of sound, this vibe,
Yep.
this fun, everything we loved about him. You know.
This song rules, man. All right, I think we're all in agreement with that. That right?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
All right.
As far as a textbook ICP track, yeah.
I mean, Alchemist thinks it's goated, but I mean, you could make the argument. I don't know. I love this song, but
I wouldn't put it in goated. Like if I had to make a greatest hits album of ICP, like if you told me you got 20 songs, make me an album of the top 20, I wouldn't put this in there.
no,
so I couldn't
yeah.
call it goated.
I agree with that. All right, so moving on.
In this era, yeah, but like
yeah, absolutely. ICP these days is one of the
It's
best
a
songs
high
they've done.
S. I think I'm very
Yeah.
comfortable with a
Yeah.
high S. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me personally. Yeah.
Pug Ugly, another song fleshing out the lore of Pug Ugly.
Yeah.
He's talking
I
about
think of
the
all
world
three,
being
this,
ugly.
Of all three of the seeds, this is the most thematically on
Yeah.
par. Like sticks to the theme the best.
I like it. I really like this song. I could definitely do an A.
I agree. I could do that.
Yeah.
I could put Pug Ugly in A. I like it more than I would put it here. I like it more than Sending the Clowns. You guys love Sending the Clowns, so you can put it wherever. But I like it. I don't know. I might like it more than I'm Ugly, actually.
I'd put it between Ugly and Carnival of Light.
I don't know if I like it more than Fuck Regret.
Oh yeah, I know. You want to move Fuck Regret?
Yeah,
Fuck
Fuck
Regret
Regret should be up closer to the front.
Yeah,
I agree.
definitely.
All right, what do you think about this
Right
order?
behind Mutilated. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, it's fine.
All right, yeah, that's looking good. I like that.
We're mixing it up a little bit. Our A tiers, so many A tiers.
Yeah, I mean,
in the
which
Yum
is
Yum
good.
era.
That's letting you know though. Yeah, we had some pretty good songs this era.
Yeah, the Yum Yum era is fucking good. All right, moving on. Scrub Gang.
Scrub Gang, fucking S, possibly goated.
This song is great.
Possibly
this song-
goated.
This song is great.
I really like Scrub Gang.
Yeah.
This is on my like repeats for sure.
Me, I
It's
like the
just-
song, but I put it in A just because it's like
I think Shaggy's verse in this is one of his best.
Yeah, it is. It's a great fucking Shaggy verse.
Yeah, Jay kills, but Shaggy on this really shines.
Yeah.
It's like Shaggy at his best.
Yeah.
Which is why this song slaps. You know what I mean?
And it's just a great feeling that the piano sample, the
Plus, bro, that's a cornerstone of being
melody.
a juggalo, the scrub life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Which isn't to say you got to be poor to be a juggalo or not, but like you
but
got to be a scrub.
it's the epitome of being a juggalo.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what you think. Like I'm doing my thing. You know what I mean? I'm me.
Are we putting this in S?
Scrubbing. I'm broke. Fuck off.
I'd be okay with an A or an S. High A.
S, bro.
This song does rule. Let's stick it in S.
Low S.
Why not?
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna let Chris have this one. I think I still like Fuck
Hold
Regret
up. I was
better,
gonna say, hold up, like,
but I do love this
because
song.
you got to get to this. You got to hear the verse.
Yeah.
You
You
got to hear the
gotta hear
verse.
Shaggy?
This will up. I'm saying, yeah, his verse might up you a little bit.
No, his verse is fire.
I remember
just-
his verse.
I
I'm looking
just
forward to
listened to it.
It
dude.
kills it right here.
Great.
It kills it. Ugh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, that
fire.
shit is
Guy's
killer,
fucking
bro.
kill.
Telling you, he had great cadence. He had good, like
Cadence.
He kills that shit,
He's
bro.
got great acting. Like his just
His energy.
his energy, his voice. Like yeah, great. Man.
All right, so we're good with that at low S.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chief Zooligan. He hates it, but, you know, this is our show.
Sorry, buddy. D at
Yeah,
best.
bro, yeah.
Huh? D at best.
That's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
he has had. To be fair, Chief Zooligan has had some controversial opinions in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get it. You know.
Now, we
He
don't
has
have
he has
any Fs. And
a
look,
unique sense.
looking at what's left, I'm looking at what's left. I don't know if there are going to be any Fs. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's hard. I don't know. What do
I
you
like
think?
this song too.
I do. I like all these fucking songs. How can I give them an F? If I had to give something an F, it would be Hungry Like a Wolf. But
I would give Gangster Code and Hungry Like a Wolf an F. Yeah, for sure.
just can't do it. All right.
Hungry Like the Wolf. Yeah.
Let's bring Hungry Like a Wolf
Yeah,
down,
dude,
just to
it's-
give an F.
It sucks, dude. It's fucking.
Throw Gangster
bad,
Code
bro.
in there. Fuck you.
You really want to? All
Fuck
right.
you,
fine.
QT.
Fine.
No, I'm just kidding. If you love that song, you
Dude, I love it.
we can't throw that in.
All right, fine.
Yeah,
We'll put a high
I,
D.
I really don't like Hungry Like a Wolf. I'm very comfortable putting that shit in F, bro.
All right, so I'm afraid this song kind of sucks to me, actually.
I'm afraid.
It's got a great hook.
I do like the hook. Roadside Ghost does do the hook on this. This is the one I think you didn't like.
Oh yeah, I hated this shit. Oh yeah, I hated this.
Gotta go. I don't know.
I think I agree with Alchemist on this one. He said this one's a C. I would say this is probably a C.
Trash F.
Trash F.
Trash
Man.
F, bro. Only because of this hook. It's so bad it brings down the rest of the song.
All right, let's put it in
Actually,
D.
I'll say D. I'll say D. The verses are okay, but the chorus is one of the worst ICP choruses I've ever heard. I'm not exaggerating when I say that.
I don't hate it that bad.
I don't
It's
either.
bad, bro.
All right, so
But yeah, do y'all
the next song is 80s Rock Ballad. This is goated to me.
fucking this is
Absolutely. I don't. I'm not.
S.
Yeah. This song fucking rules.
I'd say S. I wouldn't put
I'll
it
give it a
goated.
B. I
He
do
hates-
not. I do
he
not like
hates
it as
the
much.
80s.
I do
Well-
not like it as much as you guys. But
Well,
it's,
Carver
it's
also
good.
hates. I remember when Vice City came out.
I hate the 80s.
Like, yeah, I remember when Vice City came out. We were all like excited as fuck, and we were all shooting the shit. And he's like, "Fuck Vice City, I think it's whack." Everyone's like, "What? How do you not like Vice City?" He's like, "Cause I fucking hate the '80s." And it was just like, it was because they played so much '80s music while you played the game.
Yeah,
he
I
fucking hated
80s.
that shit.
I hate the 80s.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. It was. Just
I mean,
like-
don't get me wrong. I'd go back to the 80s as a kid for sure. But man, get the fucking music out of here.
I literally like this song more than every song other than "Here Comes the Carnival." Maybe.
Kidding me?
Not kidding.
really more than.
You don't.
Here
So
Comes
you
the
don't.
Carnival.
You like 80s music. You just
I
say I
guess.
like. I like.
guess.
I'd rather listen to 80s.
I want to hear
ICP.
ICP do 80s music. Yes. That's what I want. Yes.
I want a.
All right, so let's compromise though. So where are we putting it? You don't like it in S. I want to put it in goated. Chris likes it in A. Let's put it in S somewhere.
I would be happy with a high A, low S.
All right, let's throw it in low S. I'm comfortable as long as it's an S. I'm happy. I can.
Look, I will say this about this song. I like it a lot, but if I pull up to a red light and I'm listening to this, I'm turning my volume down, bro.
dude. I go to a red light and I pump it up.
I'm not fucking like I feel like if I'm listening to this loud at a red light, it's my obligation to spit some dip out the window. You know what I mean? Like I need to be like,
bro, this song rules.
hey baby.
Love it. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, I'm
All right, make a D1D album of pure 80s rock ballads. Sure.
Yeah, DC Fago guy said the 80s soundtrack is why he loved Vice City. Agreed.
Hey, DJ Slug said he'd give us some beats if we want to make an album. DJ Slug, shout out. Send them.
Yeah.
Send them our way.
Fuck yeah,
Deck1del@gmail.com.
Well, talk these fools to not making an 80s album. And
Oh, yeah. I'm making an 80s song. Don't you worry about it.
I want to do 80s rap only.
I also have a
So
track.
I walk in the house and I notice your speakers, and you look down and notice my sneakers. You say, "Hey man,
All right,
are
shut
those
up.
Adidas?"
You know, the thing about 80s is I love the 80s. I just hate 80s rock. I love 80s funk. I love 80s soul.
All right.
I just don't like 80s rock.
Okay, man. Whatever you say. All right.
I'm a
Queen,
90s kid,
hate-
man. Grunge
I
kid,
don't
bro.
like-
Queen's,
I hate the beat to this.
Queen's remix.
I hate
I
it.
think this shit sucks.
This
Yeah.
shit sucks.
It's
bro.
bad. It's Mike P. He tried, but it's just not good.
It
I would
sucks,
put this in
bro.
F.
Yeah, same here. F. Ugh, yeah, that beat sucks, bro.
It's too much going on.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
just like it doesn't fit with the theme or like the feel of the song. I also, as I displayed earlier, I actually really love the original. So God, there's just so much, it's so cluttered. All that shit in the
Yeah.
background, like why?
This song's. I mean, we're good with F.
Yeah, I'm straight with F on this. This is one of
We
the
gotta,
worst
we have
remixes
to have a
I've heard.
few Fs in here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hate for it to be Mike P, but you know.
I know.
We're-
I hate it too.
And you also have to think of the fact that this is all relative. So just because we're rating it an
Yeah.
F on this scale doesn't mean that we put it in an F on their all-time songs.
Plus, I
It's
might
just
change my
for this
mind next
era.
week.
Yeah, this era right now, though, that is an F.
This
bro.
is how we feel right now. Listening to it again
All right, here we go. Whoa, the
Whoa, the
weeping fucking compilation.
starts really good. Shaggy yelling about whoa. It has a carnival beat.
The war,
But it has nothing to do
Where
with-
are we? Whoa,
Whoa,
the we warrior.
Whoa, the warrior.
Whoa, the warrior.
Warrior.
This song, this beat, I believe to be the beat that ICP uses during a lot of their intros on their concerts.
Is he saying warrior like
I think he's
going
saying
to
worrier.
war, or worrier like someone who worries?
I think worrier.
Yeah, what is it? A warrior? Weirdo? Warrior? Who? What the fuck is whoa?
I don't think they know. I think he had an idea for it, and then he was like, "All right, we just need to get this shit out," and so
Yeah.
they just did it.
They're like, Jay, what was whoa? I don't know. I was strung out when I came up with that. I can't remember.
It's like, Jay, can you explain to us the lore of the last seed? Whoa, 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 whoa.
All right, that's it.
Yeah, that's your lore. Whoa, 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 whoa.
I would put this in D. Actually, I would put it in C just for the beat alone.
Yeah, dude, he didn't even fucking get the name of the seed right.
I put the
He
end
called
of
it
C.
Whoa, the Weeping Warrior or Worrier or whatever instead of the Weeping Weirdo.
Where do you guys put it?
That doesn't even catch. Like, you don't catch that. You don't go like, maybe. Hey, Shaggy, could you re-record that but say the
I-
right
dude-
fucking name, man?
I'm gonna get. I mean, we were talking about how Woe looks the coolest. Not when I'm looking at him now, he looks stupid. Like he's like hunched over. He's like scared. No.
I will say.
Woe looks stupid.
Well, and see, that's the thing. If the theme of the album fit that, I'd be down with it. But the thing is, there's no theme to this album at all.
So we're good
There's
we're putting in low
D.
C.
I put D, bro.
What do you think, Carver?
I think it's one of the
I'd
worst
say-
intros
I'd
they've
s-
ever done because it doesn't explain the album.
I'll let Carver
It doesn't have
decide.
the feel of the album.
I like the Carney sound, so I want that to go above the D, but it just doesn't. I don't know.
All right, we're putting in D.
D's fine.
I'll put it behind Gangsta Code because I love it.
Okay, fair.
All right, this is Out the Sky. This is a single they released actually before The Gathering, but it's all about like Wicked Clowns from Outer Space shit. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it has
Yeah.
nothing to do with Woe though.
No, nothing to do with Woe.
And that is also when I heard this song, I was like, okay, so obviously this is just thrown together last minute because this was written specifically for The Gathering. You know what I mean? Like, so you could tell they probably thought of this 3 months ago. So this has been recorded
Yeah.
within the last 3 months.
Yeah, but it's a decent song. Like I don't mind their raps on it. It sounds fine enough. The beat's fine.
Jay does that shit that I hate on this, where he's just like, I don't care about rhythm and cadence, fuck it,
Yeah.
and he just like kind of does his thing all the time, kind of mixes it up. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't like.
Yeah.
I hate that style that he does, and he does it in this song.
He says
Not a
out the
fan.
DC said it was confirmed to have been the Alien Probe single. Remember last year they gave out the Hangin' Nuts or the Sasquatch song or
Yeah.
whatever. They had two different Gathering
okay.
singles last year. But people who went on the Sasquatch hunt got a special song that they wrote that Jay is singing about like Bigfoot.
Oh, okay.
So this was supposed to be for that, according to DC.
Oh, okay.
I think it's an okay song. I would put this song in like a high C, maybe a low B. It's all right.
I'd put it
Nothing higher
low
than C.
C, very low.
All right,
C,
let's put it
almost
in-
D.
Yeah, and looking at all these other ones in C, I would put it above the Ain't No Time remix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. Fair.
All right, we're good with it there.
Yep.
All right, Ellie Mae.
Ellie
I
Mae.
kinda like
I
Ellie
like
Mae.
Ellie Mae, man. Ellie Mae is the. I want to play this song on a speaker and walk into the gathering. Actually, we did that. We actually did that when we were walking to the podcast.
Yeah.
You had Ellie Mae playing while we walked through, and it fucking rocked because it's a positive fucking song. It just has a good feel.
It's
kinda
it's
goofy
it's like
and-
Fast Sweaty Betty 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
It's just about
Or Redneck Ho.
it's about a disgusting bitch that just fucks everybody
Yeah.
and everybody just makes fun of her. Like
Yeah. Only on this one though it's almost more like celebratory, you know? It's like celebrating fucking fat girls.
yeah,
Or not only fat girls, but like just rough Ned.
this song's sweet.
And it sounds. I mean, they channeled old school shit.
It's not a goat song. But
Is
it's
this
a
Mikey
fun
Clark?
song.
I know I said that earlier, but
It
I
is.
don't I don't know
It
where I
is.
got that.
I'm pretty sure this is Mikey
They
Clark.
say it in the song.
Oh
Do
yeah,
they?
he said, "Oh, you crazy for this one, Mike?"
Oh,
At the
yeah.
end. Yeah, you crazy for this one, Mike. I mean, it could be Mike P.
Yeah, I think it's Mikey Clark though. It's
Yeah.
it's I just feel it in my bones.
Right.
I would say B. I don't think it's an A or an S.
I'll put it a low B, lowish, mid B maybe.
Yeah.
It's a fun song, and
People
they're
are going to hate this song though because it's so out of character for ICP, and it does kind of have that country
Yeah.
twang. And one of the tenets of being a juggalo,
But they always
is
did that.
Fuck rednecks.
Yeah, but
you know
they
what I mean?
but they always used country samples in the early days.
Yeah,
on
but to be
Rainmaster.
fair, usually when they were using those country samples, they were making fun of
Yeah.
country people.
I think they're still
And-
doing that though.
Yeah, you're right. This is.
I
yeah,
think
this
it's
is,
still.
This is done in jest.
Yeah.
all right.
I'd say.
I put it here.
Oh, you put it in B? I'd say C, man. High C.
Behind Queens.
Yeah, because I wouldn't put Ellie Mae over Ain't No Time. I might put it over Touch That Fly. Yeah, I see what you're saying. That is a weird.
This
that
is
is
tricky.
a weird area.
Let's put, how about we put Queens up in B? I think it deserves above Ain't No Time.
Sure, I'm down with that. Yeah.
All right, Ellie Mae is our highest C. It's a
Dear,
pretty
I don't
fucking.
know. I don't
okay.
think it's better than Panic Attack though.
Really? All right, let's put. I actually do agree with that.
Okay, yeah, I agree. That's a good spot.
All right, we're good with this, right?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, but I do like that song. I think it's a great example of how they can channel their old school shit.
Yeah.
DC Fago guy said, "If you like Ellie Mae but hate Gangsta Code, you're a joke."
I fucking hate
That's-
Gangsta Code.
Yeah,
Look,
man. Come
Dude,
on.
Gangsta
Look.
Code does not sound like old ICP.
I love
Ellie
Gangsta
Mae does.
Code.
Guys,
Right
I hate,
there.
I hate gatekeeping, but DC Fago guy is the only person I know that's allowed to gatekeep. So fine, it's official. If you like Ellie Mae but you dislike Gangsta Code, it's official. You're a fucking
dude. I'm just gonna say this: put on Gangster Code, put on Ellie Mae. What sounds more like old school ICP?
What? But is that what
Ellie
we're
Mae,
judging
100%.
on?
Yes.
We're judging on what's better.
I'm judging on what
Old
sounds
ICP is
better.
Old ICP is better.
I mean,
The
it
Deck
sounds-
One Juggalo.
Usually, yes.
Gangster Code sounds like a horribly written story song by Jay to a beat that makes no fucking sense to what he's saying.
The beat-
Not a fan of
sweet.
Gangsta Code, bro.
It's horrible.
The beat's a Mike P beat.
It's one of his worst story songs, and that's saying a lot.
All right,
'cause
fuck
he
you
wrote
guys.
a lot of
Fuck
story
you guys.
songs.
All
Ellie
right.
Mae is better. I'm sorry, DC, but I gotta go with Ellie Mae.
Oh, sorry, we didn't even talk about Keep on Chopping.
Horrible.
I think it's just okay.
This is a big time hate for me. Yeah,
Really?
this one's real bad.
I was gonna say D, but if you guys want to put it in F, I'm not gonna argue with you.
F. I feel like I'm gonna be a hardcore advocate for any covers that they do that I just don't like, but this is really
But
crazy.
what is this a cover of, chat? I don't have no idea.
Keep on rocking me, baby.
I don't know that song.
It's
Keep on rocking me, baby.
it's
Jay does
Miller,
Rockin'
Steve
me.
Miller
Yeah,
Band.
Steve Miller Band. Yep.
Yeah. Which I love Steve Miller Band. I got vinyls of Steve Miller, but this is horrible. And they could have picked a better song to do Steve Miller. They could have put.
Yeah.
They could have picked "Take the Money and Run."
Oh yeah.
I think they would have done a better version
could've.
of that.
Is it Rockin' Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, rocking me, baby. That's like how the.
Yeah. I love Steve Miller, but he just sounds. I mean, Jay can't match how good this. You just can't do it.
He's trying to do anything.
But that's kind of how he goes. He's like, I went from Phoenix, Arizona, and you can hear his dentures.
Yeah, his teeth sound bad on this one.
You gotta think. He's 50 trying to sing this. Steve Miller was like 20 singing this.
Yeah.
It's just not
Yeah.
a good fucking. This is a painful cover, bro.
Do you want to say low D or do you want to give it an F? What do you think?
High
Again,
F.
again, the production of the track is really good. So I hate to give it an F because I do like the production.
But compared to all these other songs, it is an F, I think.
yeah,
Yes.
It really is.
In this era, it's an F for this era.
Yeah.
Because that's what we really are having to think about. We're thinking about just this era, not in their grand scale.
Alchemist loves it, but you know what? I'm gonna go back and re-listen to this song on my own time, and maybe I'll come around. That happens sometimes.
I don't like it, bro. This is definitely a skip.
I will say I'll give this to Jay. I don't think he's trying too hard. I think he's having fun with it, and he wants to be goofy, kind of like how they did like Love Song on Ringmaster.
And how he did Possum Kingdom.
Yeah, he's being. I don't like Possum Kingdom either, but
Oh, that's one of the worst things I've ever heard in my life.
but
Possum Kingdom. When I heard that, I was like, maybe I shouldn't get back into
But-
the Juggalo culture.
remember old school ICP on Ringmaster? They would try to sing, but they made it really funny and stupid,
Yeah.
and they weren't trying. And I
Yeah.
think that's this version nowadays.
All right, it might be right. All right, whatever. Let's put. I say you want to put it in low D then.
I'm fine with a F or a D. I don't care.
Let's put it in F. We don't have enough.
I
F.
really don't
we'll do F.
care.
Yeah.
I don't count this as a real ICP song.
No one cares about any of
Yeah.
this.
I care. This
This-
is serious for me, guys.
This song's fucking weird. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't like this one either. This one, yeah, this sounds.
I have no
extremely
clue
rushed.
what they're doing on this song.
What are they? Are they talking about going back in time?
I don't know. What are they talking about?
Boot it to the sky.
Guys, Twisted Officials in the chat.
That ain't real Twisted.
Twisted Official says yeah. What to whatever? I don't know, but they
Yes.
say
What is this song about?
I don't know.
Because it's all over the fucking place with subject matter.
I have no fucking clue.
I don't get it. This song to me is like a D. I don't really like it at all.
I don't either.
You want to put it in D?
Even if it was a great story, I don't like the sound of it.
Let's put it in low D.
All right, let's do it.
All right, moving on. Average Joey, I think, is the best song on Whoa. It's all Shaggy just rapping.
Scream like a banshee, punt, kicking Fagos, booted in the sky, pile drive somebody mama through a table, stretch your balls all the way back, let them go.
They're saying random
Scream
shit.
like a banshee, punt, kicking Fagos. Bitch, fuck you is what I told this world. I beat your ass, but I fight like a girl.
All right, fuck that.
All right, yeah.
Average Joey, what do you think?
This is the shit. This is probably the best song on the album.
I like it, but to me it sounds like a throwaway Shaggy solo.
I agree with that.
To me, I personally like Ellie Mae better.
He should. I would probably agree with that. I would throw this. He should have thrown this song on Professor Shags. I like it.
To me,
I'm not saying a whole lot about the album because I think overall this is a bad seed. This is a bad EP. It's a pretty poor album, but I really do think this is the best song.
I do too.
Yeah, I added this and I listened to it on. Since then, I've listened to it quite a few times. And
so what's our highest song so far on Whoa? Is Ellie Mae as a C? I have to put it above Ellie Mae.
Oh, I'd say A for this.
Really?
Yeah, I'd put.
Then
B.
let's put it in B. Carver thinks it's a C, so
yeah,
I'm okay with putting it in B.
B's fine.
I put it right here above Ain't No Time.
It definitely ain't above fucking Insomnia.
You don't think so?
No, hell no.
Well, Insomnia's still right here.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fine.
Well, that's what he's trying. I think he's fighting my argument that should be.
Oh,
A.
I see.
Yeah.
It's an okay song. I don't hate it.
It's good, man. That song
It's kind of just a blah, boring Shaggy song.
All right, man. One last song of the Yum Yum era.
Something to see. Not a good remix.
Something to see. Mike
They
P
took-
remix.
They took a great. He took his own song and remixed it.
Yeah, that's weird.
Which I find very strange. But what I find extremely strange is he remixed his own song and made it worse.
Yeah.
Like the original was great, and then you remixed it into this weird tropical sound and shit.
I think my brother said he likes this one better, and I was just
Nah, bro,
I like
don't
deleted that from my brain.
Yeah,
I think if you listen to it and enjoy the message, there's absolutely zero chance you would like this song more. This version. Maybe if you just listen to it like in the background and not listening to the words at all, maybe I could see, you could make that argument.
Especially, I was gonna say right here in the chorus.
I hate this. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
This song fucking sucks,
I hate
man.
this shit.
So it was, you know
He
what's
ruined it because, like I said, the original.
This
as
is my
we
least
said,
favorite
we
song.
put-
I'm
we
putting it
put-
down here.
We put very, very high, and then you just ruined a classic song, and it was your own song. Like you
They were
took
all
your own-
remixes or covers at the F.
Bro, you took your own
It's
fucking
great.
track, you ruined it, and then released it. Like I don't get that.
Tropical.
The
why
only
why
thing
did,
that
why
I
did he go
can-
tropical with it?
Bro, the only thing I can think is they were like, "Hey, man, we need another song, a remix for this album because we got to fill this shit out. We have to release it in a week. Can you give us a remix?" And he's like, I
man.
mean, I've got this beat I haven't used yet." And it's
DC
this
likes the
corny-
original.
Dude, the original
Or
is the
sorry,
shit.
DC likes the remix, he says.
Really? That is surprising. That is surprising, DC. I do not agree at
I don't
all.
agree at all.
At all, bro.
Not at all.
Yeah, dude. The original I like listen to all the time. Like it's just the shit. And yeah, this the remix. Yeah, man. I hate the beat, especially like being like. One of the things I noticed first about a song is the beat and how well the beat is, or vibing with everything. How well the beat's constructed.
Well,
And that
90%
shit
of the
is
time, a
butt.
remix is never going to sound right. It's never going to sound as good as the original. 90% of the time.
Yeah.
The fucking remixes always sound, it takes away a little bit from the original. There's very few, like maybe like, I don't know, a remix that Lil Jon did with a fucking, an Usher song might be where the remix is better. But other than that, normally it never happens.
Well, I agree with you. Most remixes do suck. ICP, it's always hit or miss. Sometimes they knock it out of the fucking park. I think it depends a lot on who they're working with in the studio, probably. Yeah. But, all in all, like looking at the tier list, like Yum Yum's the Yum Yum era is pretty good, man. Like there's a lot of good songs here.
Yeah.
What's your overall thought of the
How long?
Yum Yum era?
When did Yum Yum come out? Like when did this era start? What year?
2020.
2020
is when Yum Yum came out. Yeah.
Okay. About a 3-year era.
And remember, back in the day, the eras were like no longer than 2 years.
Are there any?
Oh, it might have been
popular-
2021. I'm sorry.
Are there any popular theories for what the 6 is going to be? Any
There's-
popular theories.
The theory I keep hearing is that it has something to do with purgatory. That's all I've heard. I've heard several different.
I mean, I do
thinking.
remember in the first deck everybody was saying Raven's Mirror, and it couldn't have been further from the truth.
Yeah.
Number one, if the 6th of the second deck is Purgatory, that's boring as fuck.
Dude, I remember
Who can write an album about purgatory?
Yeah, yeah.
Purgatory is literally the most boring thing you could ever think of.
But they might have a being to represent. Well, I don't think it's purgatory, just because I look at the first deck
There's no way
as
it's
representing
purgatory.
after you die. The second deck is while you're here on Earth. That's the way I look at it.
DC Fago guy revealed the 6 on his channel. Did you see that?
Is
no
true. Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
way,
That is true.
dude.
He
There's
pissed
no-
off. He pissed off quite a few people, including the great Humble Among,
Good. Fuck them.
who was like, boo. Well, we're sorry we disappointed you, Humble Among. I'm very sorry.
DC Fago guy debuted the 6th on his
sorry,
channel.
I'm sorry you haters can't handle that Pikachu is the 6th.
He is. I'm sorry, bro.
Fuck off.
Get your shirts at
He was
deckondell.com/shop.
I'm sure he watched it and was like, how dare you inconvenience me with your misleading video.
You wasted 33 seconds of my time.
my time. I could have been writing scum copy.
Yeah.
I'm
Shout
hating.
out to DC though, man. That was a cool
man.
move. I thank you for that. Awesome, dude.
Appreciate that, dude. Man, this has been a great show. I think we're almost 2.5 hours, guys. So let's wrap it up. Any last words about Yum Yum, like that you didn't get out? I mean, this was fun, Chris. You just got to experience it for the first time over the past few weeks. Like, I mean, all in all, like, what's your overall thinking?
It was a dope. I think it was a dope Joker's card. It does fit with the Joker's card theme. Not the best. I think it sits in the middle of the second deck. Not the best of the Joker's cards I heard. I think that would go to Mighty or Found, Missing Link Found, Mighty Death Pop, and then Bang Pound Bomb. I think that's like the order. And then this one, I put Fred at the very bottom. That's just me. I know a lot of people don't
I'm not
agree,
huge
but
on Fred. I'm with you.
as far as the new deck, I put that at the bottom. But yeah, this was. I still like this Joker's card, and I think it was a good Joker's card. You know what I mean?
I agree with you, man.
I liked most of the seeds up until Woe, which I think almost every Juggalo I've discussed it with does fall into the camp of this shit sounds rushed.
Yeah.
Like, this does not sound like a planned album. It sounds like they were just tired of delaying it, and they're like, look, we got to fucking put it out.
Yeah,
Let's
they just
put it
threw
out.
some shit on an
Yeah,
album.
let's just put some shit out.
But I'm glad it's over. Now we can focus on the 6th finally. We don't. No one has to ask where's Woe. We're all done. We can be done with Yum Yum, right? We can all be done with it.
Yeah.
Wash our hands of it.
We don't have to talk about Yum Yum anymore.
We're done. Yum Yum is,
It's wrapped up.
yeah. So, hey, Yum Yum, you dumb bitch. No,
Hey, Yum
Get
Yum.
the fuck out of
Yum
here.
Yum, you dumb cum dumpster.
all right. And unfortunately,
Fucking
for our
bitch.
3 Juggalette fans, we are not going to be talking about Yum Yum now. You've seen everything that you probably want to see here. We appreciate you stopping by. Thank you.
Yum Yum is done. Get out of here.
Yeah, get out of here, Yum Yummers.
It was a good show, but get out.
You Juggalettes with your representation. Get out of here.
Meg said,
What's the next Joker's card going to be? In a wheelchair? Come on.
next thing you know, I'll Joker cards of animals.
We'll have trans, and then it's going to be animal Joker cards.
Furries, god dang it!
Oh, that would be great if the last one was just like a furry.
I mean, I guess my cartoon nightmares are furries.
If it was furry as Fred.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Furries,
The
Fred.
sixth. He's just like
I-
kid in a fucking furry costume.
Meg's asked quickly like where you would rank Yum Yum songs. I'm just gonna say all of them C or lower. There's not a single song on here that's
Agreed.
better than a C.
On Lure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On Lure, yeah. They're all throwaways.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I listened to that one. I actually listened to on the way here today.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm glad I didn't make notes on this.
Except
because
the
this is
one-man
throwaway
crew
shit.
song.
The one man crew song Bewitching, one of the best. I take that back. That's an S for the beat alone.
One man crew.
One man crew did the beat for Bewitching, the first song on
It's
there.
beyond S.
Really?
What's higher than an S?
Goated.
What's higher than goated?
Ultra goated.
What's higher than that?
Ultra super goated.
Okay.
One man crude. That's the top. And that shit was one man crude.
All right, man. Let's wrap it up. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
All right.
All right,
You ready to shuffle up on out of here, y'all?
Yeah, I am.
I like that.
Shuffle.
That was
And-
nice.
And slide it.
I
And-
pulled your card.
Yeah. We'll slide
God.
this one in the deck.
Oh, man. Oh,
Thanks.
I'm
Peace.
just being a deckhead. See you later, wild cards. That was my ace in the hole. Feel like a real king today. Deuces.
What about Queen?
Oh, Joker's wild tonight.